Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the March Saturday X-Wing tournament at Weekend Warlords. My name is Ryan, and I will be with you for all 4 rounds today as we look to crown another veteran. My regular co-commentators Steve, Tim, and Arfon are all playing today, so I've been left in here to my own devices with John, who will be in here in a bit, I suspect. I've just turned the microphone on, John, just introducing everybody, saying it's just me and you, because all my co-commentators...
Well, mainly you.
Well, yeah, potentially. But all my co-commentators are playing today.
They are indeed.
So we'll see how it goes.
It's a bit of a weekend for a rest for the commentary team.
Yes.
So, yes.
Morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
They're just setting up at the moment. We've got...
Yeah,
have you told them where we got on?
We're about to start round 1.
Yep.
And we have the return of Steve Theobald, who unfortunately wasn't here on Tuesday, wasn't feeling very well. But he's well enough to come in and play today, and he is going to give us first round on the stream against Callum Moore. So we should probably cut to the table and see where they're setting up. So there we go.
Well, hopefully that's working. Cool.
Seems to be.
Give us a sound check, everybody. Let us know the sound's working all right for you.
Absolutely, yeah, you've got to know.
Everything else.
Any problems,
God.
Please do point them out.
Yeah.
Morning, James. Morning, Clive. Morning, Dottie. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it today. It's going to be very interesting. Just saying, we've got 4 rounds today, haven't we, John?
Yeah, it'll only be 4 rounds today.
Yeah. Because we've got a field of 24 players, I believe.
This happened last year when the X-Wing season kicked in. On numbers dipped ever so slightly. But
yeah,
we've still got a good solid 24 players.
We had the same in December as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
And there wasn't as many people around. You know, it goes up and down. Some weekends we have the full 40, and there's people queuing at the door to get in.
Yeah.
And some weekends there's other stuff going on, and it's not quite so busy. But so, in theory, today there's a good chance for anybody out there to get the veteran coin.
Oh, definitely.
I think there's only 2 veterans in today.
Yeah.
Rasta and Miles.
I've seen Rasta's list. It's not competitive, so.
What's he got?
3 Skirgs and a Slave 1, but he's got they're just basic.
3 Skirgs and a Slave 1. Yeah. Interesting. I'm not even caught up with him this morning.
Well, you can never write him off, though, can you?
No, it's Rasta flying him.
Yeah.
He can make him sing like no one else can. Morning, Scott.
And what are we thinking of these 2 lists?
I really like both. Steve's list is proper Steve.
Yeah.
It is his 3 favourite ships, built in a ways that he really enjoys flying them. You can already see Boba Fett crew is making jank happen. So that Sol 6 is setting up in the middle of the board there.
In the middle?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. He sets after all the other ships are set up.
Yeah.
He places Sol 6 at range 1 of an obstacle beyond range 3 of all enemy ships.
Yeah.
So I don't think he can set up... That debris top left, I think, is too close to the X-Wing to set up.
Yeah.
But where he is now, he's beyond range 3 and at range 0 of an obstacle, so he sets up there.
Wow.
Which, there's 2 advantages. You can set up in the middle of the board like that, and you set up after all other ships.
Yeah, we're all ready. Yeah, they're just about to call the start of the round.
Here we go. Be an interesting day. We're getting off to a start. But yeah, and... the 4 resistance aces, all initiative 5 for Callum, which is a list I've seen get a little bit of traction. It's been around. I'm looking forward to seeing it fly because it's very interesting. None of them are particularly heavy on upgrades, but they've all got the things that they need, really. So it should be interesting. There we go. Round 1 is underway.
Yeah,
here we go.
The timer's gone.
Perfect.
So, I mean, that's quite cool being able to set up in the middle of the table, but I'd kind of expect Callum just to jump straight onto that ship.
Well, that's why Steve's pointing it away.
Right, okay.
It's pointing back to his starting area.
Oh, okay.
Because the most dangerous part of a Skirg is the rear.
Yeah.
That's where all the bombs come out of. And that beautiful bright red ship in the middle of the board can drop a bomb in one of 10 positions.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, that makes it a little bit more flexible.
So basically, where you got to look at that ship is there's a huge web of air. Like just there you go. So 2 bank.
Yeah. So they're not following it.
He'll drop a seismic there.
Okay.
And now that will hit seismic can hit any of those 3 obstacles.
Yeah.
Or Nim can stop it exploding.
Really?
So Callum now can't really go near any of those 3 obstacles for the rest of the game unless he's going to take some damage.
Yeah, and he's going to struggle not to be near him at the end of this first
And then
movement.
all Sol is going to do is 3 bank the other way and hide behind it.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool.
And that Bobber crew costs like 2 points, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Scum is not my area, so
It certainly works on
if
that
I'm
ship.
wrong, then call me out. But yeah, it's a pretty cool little combo. That. So now, you if you would think to chase that ship, that would be
and that would be
dangerous.
That would be folly. Yeah.
Potentially very dangerous to do. And then in the big houndstooth on the top right, we've got Morallo. And Morallo's ability is he has 2 charges which don't replenish.
Yeah.
But he says when you leave the board, rather than being destroyed, you go into reserve.
Oh right.
You spend a charge to go into reserve, and then the next round you set up anywhere along the edge you left from.
Yeah. I remember this when it first came out.
Yeah. Steve's gone back to it because he loves Morallo's ability. So that ship is a lot more slippery than it looks as well. Let's see what Callum's gone for. Callum's going as fast as he can. Looks like a 4 forward to me, I think.
And
He's gone for it.
You've seen this tricksy stuff that he's doing,
It's Steve Theobald. We tricked it. Steve loves it.
It's the new air, yeah. It's taking weight off his head.
I know what he feels like though. I get it.
My head's just cold, mate.
My head's been really cold this week, actually.
It's having no air.
Yeah, I know. Oh dear. So yeah, it's good. It's very, very tricksy list of Steve's. Whereas Callum's is more sort of classical aces, but it's almost like an ace swarm kind of combination. It's pretty cool. So having 4 ships all at initiative 5, it's nice because that's really high initiative. Obviously, it's a good place to be. And it seemed, I think, Nim has already moved, so Callum has given Steve the initiative as well. So all of Callum's ships move after all of Steve's ships, which is brilliant. But also, all of Callum's ships move at the same time. So you can move them in any order. It gives him a lot of flexibility in how he wants to set them up and reposition them. It makes flying ships a lot easier when you've got them all the same initiative. Doesn't matter what initiative it is. If they're all the same, it's so much easier to sort out their positioning on the board.
I assume Steve's going to detonate that bomb now, though, onto that asteroid, or is he just going to leave it there?
Well, Callum has baited it. It will hit 2 ships for sure. I think I'm assuming the A-wings will catch up. Well, maybe not.
He's moved them slightly slow, I think.
He has moved the A-wings slightly slow. I assume they move in a block. It wouldn't hit the furthest X-wing, but it would hit the closest one.
Yeah.
And maybe Steve will keep it on the board rather than do a damage, because it could be more valuable later.
Yeah.
And as soon as you detonate it, you lose the board control. And not only that, but you free up the board by removing an obstacle.
Yeah.
So a seismic is like a bit of a double-edged sword, in that if you remove the obstacle too early, then it gives your opponent a lot of freedom in how they want to move.
Yeah.
Whereas normally they wouldn't have it. So sometimes, but the ability of Nim to just stop it detonating is really powerful.
Yeah.
You can do 1 bomb around, but if it's the right bomb,
it was a good position there at the start. I mean,
game changing.
I can see that now.
Yes, yeah. Because Steve can set up that ship freely on that rock, he basically knows where the bomb's going to go.
Yeah.
And like I say, he can drop it with 1 of 10 different templates.
Yeah, that was pretty.
So
it's pretty sweet.
It's really cool.
Callum's doing his best to keep out of the way.
Yeah, I think he's saying, Steve, you know what? If you want to detonate, that's fine. I'll take a damage on a 7 health ship, and then I've got the freedom to turn in that direction if I want to, because there'll be that debris will be missing.
Yeah.
It stops him being funneled. So if I was Steve, I wouldn't detonate, but detonating could well be the right choice. I don't know, but if I wouldn't. I think he's thinking about it now, whether he wants to spend his charge or... Yeah, so he's nimmed the bomb, no detonation.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that, because I think you can get more value out of it by holding it on the board.
Yeah,
the threat of it is better than a damage on an X-wing. And we are just out of shooting range over here as well.
You keep your ships flying round that, and you can take them at any time, can't you?
Yeah, well, it makes it a nightmare for the A-wings to turn away now. The A-wings have kind of committed because that debris is still there.
Ulfric's donated some bits to us. Thank you very much, Ulfric. If you want to cheer for us on the stream,
Ulfric gifted a sub to Rasta Mace.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ulfric. And James Finlayson has subscribed for 3 months. Thank you, James.
Awesome.
Much
awesome,
appreciated,
guys.
gents.
All works to keep us going. And
Yeah,
if
always
you-
goes back straight into the stream, help keep it going.
Yeah. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. We need to get over 1,000 subscribers and we can start making something on YouTube.
Oh, excellent. Oh, and Ulfric's dropped a big cheer as well. Thank you,
Yeah,
Ulfric.
yeah, yeah.
600 bits. I didn't even notice. Thank you for joining us this morning, guys. It's good to have your company.
Let's keep the Twitch up.
Yeah, so I'm really glad we put this on because it's a very interesting matchup.
For you guys subscribing, you might actually notice some new subscriber emoticons.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the subscriber symbol, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Obi-Wan.
Yeah, it's Obi-Wan. So Obi-Wan is at 3 months, I think it is. For those at 3
And
months.
there's a Darth Maul as well.
Yeah, those who have just subscribed, it's a porg.
Oh, the new subscribers are a pork.
yeah, the new subscribers are porgs.
That's really cool.
And I think we've got Kylo at 6 months. But nobody's
okay.
quite at 6 months yet.
I think
And then
Kay is.
it might be, yeah.
I'm
Okay,
pretty
if
sure
you're
with
on
this-
the stream,
I
give us a
think-
shout
I
out.
think
Your
Kay has got
subscriber
6
icon
months.
might have changed.
Yeah.
And there's also a new cheer emoticon, which is Darth Maul.
That's cool.
Yeah, and we've been allowed to use that by Twitch. So you can only get Darth Maul if you subscribe to our channel.
Is there a
Yeah, there we go.
There is. So should we post that in the? We can get the event thing, can't we? The event link.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go, Dara.
Just give it 1 second. The actual lists aren't live yet. Let
The
me
lists
just
aren't
make
live,
it-
but that shows you
make
the
it-
ladder. There's nothing on there at the moment because we've not finished the first round. Obviously, we've not even had a result in.
Let me unhide.
A whole
that.
8 minutes we've not had a result, John.
Oh no, it's terrible, isn't it?
The lists are now visible. Perfect. I'm glad we've got you in here for tech support because I've got no idea what I'm doing.
There's
I
some
love the setup we have. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so feel free to have a look. See if you recognise any of the names on the list. Morning, Jason. Let us know who you're rooting for as well. Who on the ladder do you think has got a chance of being a veteran today?
Who are we rooting for in this match?
Yeah,
Callum,
that's
Callum
the
or
point as
Steve?
well.
Internet, let us know.
Depends how many Tuesday night loyalists are in.
Oh, yeah. Rebel or scum?
We'll see. Depends what people think. Is there anything people like the look of? Is there anything you'd like to see on the list as well? If you look, Franco, that's because he's playing in this game.
He's there.
He's
right
flying.
In
He's
front of you.
busy.
We should have given him a radio mic.
Yeah,
I've got one somewhere. We should have.
He
tuned
could
him in.
commentate in from the table. Be lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Steve's busy playing. How selfish of him today.
One of your best friends is there. Let us know who that is.
I think
Dara,
Dara said it
what-
was.
what-
I
We've
don't
got
know.
X-Wing, relevance, no.
Who is playing, Dara, that you know? Oh, Steve's dropping more bombs. A nice big fat prox mine. And then he's going to continue to not go near it. You think the pie, Adam? We'll see. Pie's a dark horse today. Could do it. I'll check in with him after the first round. We'll see how he does.
There's a few scrambling for that veterans coin.
Steve's off.
Is he going off already?
Hey! Morello has
Yeah.
fed the board. Laszlo Leto.
Oh,
Yes, Laszlo
yeah,
was
yeah.
in 2 months ago. He was in a final against Vienna Cowboy, Christian.
Ah,
On the Saturday it was, I think, when Christian got his coin by beating Laszlo. Was a brutal match. They both had quite swarmy lists. It was a very messy board. And Laszlo couldn't beat him. To be fair to Laszlo, though, Christian went 9 out of 10 that weekend.
He did amazingly
Christian was
well,
pretty
didn't he?
unstoppable.
Yeah.
Laszlo played amazingly all day, so I'm looking forward to seeing if Laszlo can can get up to the final table again. I definitely think Laszlo's a good shout. He'll be back, Death Revived. He'll be back. Don't worry about it. It's only a temporary retreat. So we've got a few champions in this. So we're looking for see how Laszlo and
Kylo.
We've got the Kylo picture. Because we are subscribed.
Yeah, it probably needs colouring in, I think.
Very nice. Are they all behaving out there, James?
Except Tim Marsden, he never does.
Oh yeah, that's given, isn't it?
He shouted judge at the beginning of the round because Ben Cox was getting a drink.
Interesting.
So when our customers are getting funny to Jake Bale's putting an order in a coffee so when he comes to pick it up he can have a coffee.
Oh really? Yeah.
Is he actually putting an order?
So we're getting online
Legend.
orders for products and a coffee.
That's amazing.
Yeah, service you can't even get from Starbucks.
Is he in tomorrow?
Jake, I don't know.
I'll have to have a look. Not here today, unfortunately. I love that though. I'll have these toys and a coffee. Excellent. It's all good stuff. So Callum is intentionally turning his back on Morello here, which is very interesting. He's boosted his X-Wings away from the board edge because he knows full well that Morello can now just pop in top left corner and kind of do what he wants. So still no shots fired. Nearly 15 minutes in, no shots, but it has been interesting nonetheless. It's a kind of list Steve has brought though. It's a really, really janky list, but I love it. Well, we'll see. If next round, ideally next round, Laszlo's against the pie, and then I'll add that on the stream.
Yeah,
But
we'll do that.
we'll see. I'll check in with them, and we'll see the draw. Hopefully I'll be able to get one of them on the stream next round. I'll have a look for you guys. Ginger Wookie, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Callum playing a bit slow. I think this is some kind of tactic. I think Callum doesn't want to just charge it a load of bombs, Dara Boy, which is also smart. I also wouldn't charge at Steve's list.
Yeah. At this point of the game, with 60 minutes being left, I don't think there's really a problem with the speed.
No. Well, the thing is as well, it's on Steve to make something happen, because if it goes to final salvo, Callum's got more dice by one.
Yeah.
So it's not an unwinnable final salvo for Steve by any means, with only one die difference, but it's in Callum's favour.
To be fair, Steve's case is not helped by taking actually one of his ships off the board and hiding it, because he's obviously, while that's off the board, he's doing no shooting, is he? And not actually doing what he needs to do.
But if it was any other pilot and he had gone one forward and joust that whole list, he would have really hurting.
Yeah, true.
So the point is that he protects a ship and then it just goes, oh, I'll pop on this board edge. Yeah, exactly. There you go. And now it's behind everything. How are ticket sales going for April? I don't know.
They're okay, Ulfric. We haven't sold masses yet.
There's a long way to go.
There's a long way to go. So usually tickets pick up after this weekend. Then the next month's tickets will start.
Yeah, normally they're not up before the tournament beforehand.
Yeah, so I think, to be fair, I think that's probably affected us a little bit, that we've had like the tickets up for so long, whereas normally I have them up for a lot shorter period, and people will then suddenly jump on.
Yeah, I think some people are planning trips later in the year, aren't they, to come and
Yeah.
get a veteran coin. He's putting the ships really slowly. Well, he's got to be careful, Dara, because Steve's got so many tricks. I think he's right to avoid committing to any particular plan. I don't think either player is particularly slower than the other. They're both just... They've got to be really careful because the engagement can go very badly for either player. And Steve's list is a nightmare to fly against, let's be honest as well. Steve's list is really hard to work out how to engage, I think.
Yeah, there's a big portion of the board that is going to be hard for Callum to fly through now as well without taking damage.
That's what his list does. That's what Steve's list does. It will constrict you and choke you until you have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And then you just end up going over bombs and crashing into things and getting hurt. Does the next event even run along? It's the weekend before, I believe, Adam. So, because System opens the second week of April, isn't it?
Let's give you a rundown on the events.
Yeah, let's get some proper dates going.
I would tell you off the top of my head, but I can't remember.
I think it's the first weekend of April because we went through this on Tuesday.
If you're ever unsure when our events are, go to our Facebook page and just go to events.
Yeah, they're all on the shop page on Facebook.
But for the stream now...
Even our Hyperspace trial in December.
Yeah,
which I'm looking forward to.
Saturday's April event is on April the 6th and Sunday's is April the 7th.
Yeah, first weekend of April because second weekend is System Open.
Yeah.
So, if you're free, get a ticket, come down, see us.
Bit of a change for the April.
Yeah, we can't run at the same time System Open. We won't even be here.
And that's our 4th year anniversary.
Really?
Yeah,
as a store?
Yeah, as a store.
Oh my god. I'm coming up to 2 years since I first came in, I think.
Yeah.
And started playing the game. I've been loving it ever since.
You really do enjoy it, though.
Oh, I absolutely love the game, yeah. I think it's great. And I love being part of the team as well. The people here are amazing. All the visitors we get to come down are lovely as well today. It's a really nice room to be in. So yeah, if you're free, first weekend of April, get down to Warlords, get yourself a ticket, and come and meet us all. Because we're not that bad.
I'm not sure back here is a nice room to be in, though. Right?
Well, yeah, but...
the store's okay.
The store's alright.
But the commentary room...
It's a bit like a cupboard, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
But they don't have to put up with that when they come down.
No, that's true.
And I don't mind, it's alright.
It's kind of, if you look at the ceiling, it's like Halloween with all the spiders.
It is a little bit.
Yeah.
But we don't have to go up there, it's fine. It's a long way away. I'm hyped for tomorrow, March highlight for me. You coming down tomorrow, Dottie? Excellent. Come and find me, I will be on the stream. Manning that.
Have we got Arfon tomorrow?
Arfon is... Me and Arfon are both commentating. And then,
Wicked.
as usual, if there's an odd number, I'll jump in on the tables.
Awesome.
But if there's an even number, then I will be playing. So, Steve has now got into a situation where both those seismics are going to detonate, and he can only stop one of them. Because he's dropped a second seismic. So, we shall see what he does with that. We'll see what the plan is. He's just taking his time though, there's no rush for him. Even Morallo can hide where people can't shoot him.
That's insane, isn't it?
It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just really hard to work. I don't blame Callum for not engaging with it because it's a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. It's terrifying.
Callum not moved yet, has he?
No. So Callum will move after all of Steve's ships. So Steve just moved in Nim now at the bottom.
Yeah.
Just realised Steve has got Greedo on Nim, which is an interesting choice. We'll see if it pays off. Yeah, Callum still doesn't want to know. Don't blame him. Don't blame Callum at all here.
I think I've still got some work to do on those emoticons. They're not quite as big as they could be.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's, at first glance, it's hard, isn't it, to see what they are on the screen.
It's the first time I've done it.
Yeah, but we, trial and error is all good, isn't it? That's fine.
I mean, they're quite interesting because they do come from somewhere quite.
Yeah, well,
interesting.
It's concept artwork.
It is, yeah.
Morning, Will. Yes, shame you couldn't be here, mate. Thanks for coming down last month, though. Joining us in the booth as well. It was a good time. Nice to catch up with the Element guys a little bit. It was good fun. But thanks for joining us on the stream, mate. It's got the. These two just working out how best to shoot at each other. Then neither of them seem very sure. Morello's problem now is that aliens can literally outrun him because they can 5 forward boost every turn.
That's insane. Isn't it?
Well, they can 5 forward barrel roll and then boost every turn, which is bonkers.
Yeah.
It is so much fun to fly them. I absolutely love the Resistance A-Wings. So I really like Callum's list. Or he'll just turn the gun to the rear and shoot Morello anyway. But I don't blame him for hiding.
So is Steve going to get a shot off here? I don't think he is he? He's going to be out of range.
Callum's gone so fast. Yeah. Well, the thing is, the 5 straight is exactly as long as a range 2 ruler.
Right. Okay. So
when you
with
do
the boost
when you do the 5 straight, you move range 2 plus a base.
Yeah.
So when you boost again, you are. If you're touching at the start, you'll just be in range 3 at the end. But if you're not touching, you're basically gone.
Yeah.
That's it. You're gone. Thank you, Will. You're very kind. I love it here. It's good fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Lee Taylor. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good to you're not here as well, mate. You're always a good tip for the veteran con when you're in. Always a contender.
Yeah, it'll be a tough call today as well.
Yeah, it will be a tough call. It's going to be very interesting by the end of the day to see who's in contention. But yeah, gutted, mate, that you're not here. But glad to have your company on the stream, nonetheless. So thank you all for joining us.
I believe Simeon's down tomorrow.
Is he?
I believe so.
Oh, a wild Simeon. He's a bit good at X-Wing, isn't he? I think he could go places. I think there's potential in that boy. Yeah, so Steve's let the first seismic go and left his second seismic there. Just a bit of range control. I wouldn't be surprised if Sol wonked out another prox mine with a 2-bank towards the X-Wings. And then just went and hid between the asteroids. But Sol only has a prox mine left and she can't reload. So Steve can't just keep holding off with bombs forever. I mean, Nim has got 4 bombs as well.
Yeah. He's
got 2 seismics and 2 proxies of his own. But Nim can only drop them in one place rather than 10.
Right.
So there's a bit of a difference there. But it's Steve has always had a big love for the Skurg. In 1.0 he loved to fly just Nim Sol. That was his list for a long time in 1.0, and he's tried to make it work in 2.0 because the ship has changed very dramatically. The Skurg changed.
Changed a lot.
Yeah, so much. Yeah, different base, different upgrade bar.
Yeah.
Different actions. Different dial. Everything was different. The lack of TLT. The pilot abilities changed. One better, one worse. Sol got better, but Nim got worse. But they're both different. So there's really nothing the same about them mechanically.
Right.
There's very little similarity between a version 1.0 Skirg and a version 2.0 Skirg. But Steve has persisted nonetheless, just because he loves it.
Should we bring
Loves that shit.
few cards up? Just have a quick
Yeah,
look
we
at
can
a few
do.
cards. If I can find where I need to be.
Yeah, there you go.
So let's have a look at them
Fancy.
then.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, Nim as well is not a rebel pilot anymore. He's only a scum pilot. So yeah.
Before a friendly bomb or mine would detonate, you may spend one charge to prevent it from detonating.
Yeah,
so that's
so-
what he's been doing from the
Yes,
start.
because it's
isn't
one charge recurring. It's basically once per round you can prevent
it?
detonation.
Yeah.
So the way he's been doing it is a seismic detonates at the end of activation phase,
Yeah.
and Nim interrupts and says, "No, it doesn't." My charge says no.
Yeah.
The other thing he can do as well is he can run over his own proximity mines, because
Right.
that would cause a proximity mine detonation, and then just use Nim's charge.
You all right?
So it's any bomb or mine at the trigger for it detonating, he can interrupt it, but once a turn.
And that's not range dependent either, is it?
No, anyone on the board.
So anyway,
And it doesn't have to be a bomb that Nim dropped. It just has to be friendly.
A bomb. Okay.
So that's why he's using it on Soul's
Yeah.
seismics as well, which is pretty cool.
And then you've got, while you defend against an attack obstructed by a bomb or mine, roll one additional defense dice. That's quite situational,
Yeah.
though, isn't
Well, this is the ability that was hit quite badly in 2.0. So in 1.0, the bomb holding ability was Rebel Nim's ability, and the defense through the bombs was Scum Nim.
it? Right.
So Scum Nim couldn't hold bombs in 1.0. That was only Rebel Nim. So he picked up both abilities, but the Scum ability was reduced in power because it used to be any friendly ship defending through a bomb, and rather than modifying to an evade, you added an evade result.
Okay.
So it became huge. Yeah, the 2-bank prox mine called it. Yeah, I'm in Steve's head. It makes the corner so much bigger for the X-wings.
Yeah.
So if Callum has banked in at all, he's going to be in trouble here.
There's a lot of bombs on the board now, in different places.
Yes, Steve's even gone straight over the asteroid. Doesn't even care. He won't be shooting, but he probably won't have anything to shoot at anyway. Because best case, he has his turret. He probably has his turret pointing at the rest. Oh, it's a Talon roll.
How's he getting?
Oh, Steve. He's going to be on the rock,
Yeah.
but that's okay. He's gone backwards with it, and it puts him in a good position for next turn.
He
Takes the damage, but
takes the damage,
it was a calculated risk. It could still pay off.
Yeah.
Taking damage does not mean it's the end of the world. He's got 10 health on each of those ships, so
And he's still got shields, so.
yeah, they have 6 hull and 4 shield, so he's just lost the shield. Morello's tanking in.
Morello, shall we have a quick look at Morello?
Yeah, so we have seen Morello's ability in action, but it's still really cool.
So if you're joining us late, Steve flew off the board already with this ability.
Yes.
So if you would flee, you may spend one charge. If you do, place yourself in reserves instead. So
Yeah.
this is a new thing.
Yeah.
At the start of the next planning phase, place yourself within range 1 of the edge of the play area that you fled from.
Yes.
So he fled from the top though, didn't he?
Yes, who deployed top left corner.
Oh, did he?
From the top edge.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Didn't he? Yeah.
But the ability to set up anywhere along that top edge is nuts.
Yeah.
It's really powerful. Only 2 charges, not recurring.
I think we're just getting a talent away from.
Yeah,
Callum.
so Callum has decided to stop chasing the Skirgs, which is a wise choice in my opinion. And he's going to go on Joust Morello, which is a difficult thing to accept.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know if you saw that on Morello's card, Morello has a white reinforce action, which
right.
is really powerful against the Swarm. Because there's a good chance he stops 4 damage a turn, which is huge.
Yeah.
If they all shoot at him in the reinforced section, then he will just stop 4 damage. Unless if they roll 1 hit and he takes it, then he can't reinforce against it. But assuming they all roll at least 2, and if they roll 2 hits, it doesn't even matter what Steve rolls in his defense die. He just takes the damage.
Yeah.
So it gives you a lot of kind of comfort when you have that reinforced section, and it being white as well is so lovely.
Yeah.
The white reinforce is fantastic. I think Reinforce is one of the best cases for actually using jamming beams now. And it's funny that Moralo is the only ship on the board that has a jamming beam. But jam is like pretty much the only way you can get rid of reinforced tokens. Because jam just removes all green tokens.
Right. Okay.
It doesn't discriminate against any of them. So whereas reinforce normally stays for the whole round and affects every attack against you, if you jam it off, it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's absolutely horrible. But Callum does not have the capacity to jam. I don't really know why though, because he could have fit 3 jamming beams to 9 Num and Elo.
Yeah.
And actually, I think that would be a good idea, because in this situation, if they had jamming beams and Steve reinforced, I would genuinely shoot Moralo with a jamming beam first from one of them.
Yeah.
If I could.
What's the jamming beam do?
You can bring it up if you want. The point of what you won't see on the card is that it is a free upgrade.
Yeah, it's 0 points. This is,
Yes.
isn't it?
Only range 1 to 2.
Yeah.
But 3 dice range 2, 4 dice range 1 because you get range bonuses with cannons.
Yeah.
And then all hits and crits that are uncancelled inflict jam tokens.
Yeah.
So you can't reinforce against it because reinforce can't cancel the last damage. So if you're relying on reinforce, at least one hit is getting through, and that hit will then remove the reinforce token.
Yeah.
It's really, really powerful against low agility ships with the reinforce. Jamming beam is a thing, absolutely is a thing. So Callum, because the X-wings are able to fit any missile, torpedo, or cannon, Callum could fit Elo and 9 with jamming beams for free.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
He probably hasn't bothered because he didn't think there'd be a use for it, but in this game there is a genuine use for it.
Didn't expect to. Yeah.
Didn't expect to find morale on the table, but it's good against anything that's 0 or 1 agility and has a reinforced action. So you think the Houndstooth that will go on the table, the Ghost, the Decimator, the Upsilon, the Lambda.
Yeah.
All these ships have white reinforced actions and 0 or 1 agility. And so you expect, when you got shit like that, you're expecting to reinforce the trigger pretty much every attack against you. So as soon as you remove it, it's better to remove it with 1 shot and then fire 3 without reinforce than fire 4 shots against the reinforced token.
Yeah.
Because the damage you don't do when you fire the jam beam, you get back by removing the reinforced token.
Yeah, sure.
As soon as one of Callum's ships dies, I don't think it's useful anymore. But for the first shot against Moralo, I definitely use it. And the cool thing about Callum's is because they're all the same initiative and they move in any order, they also shoot in any order as well.
Right.
So whoever's got the jam beam on target, they can fire it
yeah,
first. Yeah. A lot of people just disregard it because it means giving up a shot where you do no damage. But sometimes that is really helpful. But these are edge cases, but they are genuine cases where T-70 will want to fire with a jamming beam. So there we go, we've already improved Callum's list. Perfect. It's a good start to the day, guys.
Put some free cannons.
Unfortunately,
on there.
yeah, exactly. He's not allowed to change it now.
If you're coming down tomorrow, guys, remember that.
Yeah, if you're bringing T-70s tomorrow and they've got no secondary weapon, bring a jamming beam because Steve's out and about with Moralo.
You never know. Have we just messed him up for the weekend?
No, Steve's not playing tomorrow.
He's not. Is he? Yeah.
He's away with family tomorrow, so we'll let him off. But yeah, jamming beam's a genuinely interesting one. Even at a point, I don't think you'd ever take it. At 0 points, it's actually, I like it at 0 points.
Yeah, there's no reason not to take it.
Some people argue you should never have an upgrade that's free, that has a positive effect, but I don't think there's an argument for it being a point. I genuinely don't think anyone would pay a point for it on any ship. Morning, Rex. Thank you for joining us.
Dream Team. You've only got Ryan for the Dream Team, I'm afraid, today.
You could be in the Dream Team, John.
Most of the Dream Team's playing today.
Yeah.
You got
all of my commentators are playing
Arfon,
today.
Steve and Tim all playing today.
Oh, Jags is at work, to be fair. So Jags is at work, so I'll let Jags off. But yeah, Arfon, Steve and Tim are all playing X-Wing. So selfish. But yeah, it's all good. Morning, Kay.
Yeah, he's got Kylo emoticon.
Yeah, I told you, Kay has got the 6-month Kylo emoticon. A loyal subscriber, sir. Thank you. Yeah, Steve got some posts this morning, didn't he, John? And he was a bit like, why? He's like, why is it?
Yeah.
Why is something sent to Warlords with my name in it? What is going on?
I told him it was anthrax.
Well, it was actually much nicer than that because Kay has sent him a lit tie silencer.
It is, yeah.
Did, and he was very pleased. Kay. Unfortunately, he'd already committed to this list by the time he found it. But yeah, he was well pleased. So thank you for that, mate. It was really nice of you. Yeah, the lit ships are lovely as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Kay's a bit of a wizard when it comes to lights. Yes, bring on the dad jokes. Absolutely. Even though it's a Saturday, dad jokes are still perfectly acceptable.
Thank you,
Bring us your
Captain
best. We appreciate it. It's all good. But yeah, dad jokes.
But you've changed, Ryan. You have had a haircut.
Some of my hair has disappeared. Yeah.
Yeah. You're getting close to me every day.
I got a little bit left, but most of it has gone.
You look about 12 now.
That's what the first thing people say to me is I look a lot younger now. That's,
Steve didn't recognise you. You were at the other end of the shop, and he was sat here. And James was saying, "That's Ryan down there." He wouldn't believe it. Where? He was going.
Oh, I love it. It's a bit of fun. Yeah.
It's turned into a bit of a cat and mouse game, this, hasn't it?
Yeah. Well, Steve has hounded Callum into a corner of the board. So we'll see if it pays off for him.
Have we actually seen any damage at all? No.
No one's fired a shot.
Nobody's fired a shot yet.
We've
got one shield on Sixer, haven't we?
We are.
From the asteroid. He landed
He landed on the asteroid, but to do the Talon roll, it was worth it.
Yeah.
I think the positioning is really good. Otherwise, Sol would be disappeared off the other side of the board for ages. So I do get it. I like it as well. I like it. Oh, he best hope this area can get out of that arc. I think he can. Barrel roll left, boost right. Yeah, he can get out there. I'm surprised Steve hard turned so aggressively with Morello to put back towards the board edge because it's opened up the flank where he's vulnerable.
If you're just joining us on the stream, we've got 4 rounds for you today. 26 players.
Yeah, we're going to crown another veteran today. This is round 1. Oh, focus is the wrong choice, I think. Unless it's Tally, in which case he's got 4 defense dice of focus, which is kind of okay. But you're letting Steve take a 4 dice shot rather than a no dice shot, which is not a decision I think is agreeable. I'd rather give Steve no dice to shoot with than 4.
Well, yeah, totally.
Yeah. That's absolutely what I do. Callum's made a decision to go for Morello, though.
Yeah.
He's finally committed and gone for it. We'll see how much damage you can pump through. The thing as well about turn the side is you can't reinforce them because you have to reinforce front or rear. So you can't effectively reinforce when you're turning flank. I thought he'd just like one bank Morello rather than do a hard turn and then reinforce the front. And just be chill.
To be fair, Callum's played that pretty well.
Yeah, he's got some really nice shots here.
Yeah, he's got some shots here.
But Morello could one-shot the A-wing.
Yeah.
He's got the right number of dice to do it.
Yeah.
And Callum ain't killing Morello this round before he shoots. Definitely not. I mean, he might half-point Morello here. Depends how hot his dice are. They seem all right there, unless the third one's a blank. It isn't. I don't know why we're re-rolling. Why are we? I don't know why we rolled. Oh, he's got leet. He leeted it. Steve used leet. He's burned leet already.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's got leet on Morello.
Yeah. Yeah.
which can force Callum to reroll his dice for a round. So it stayed in 2 damage, and now when Morale loses all his shields, all of his banks will be blue.
Right.
Which is alright.
One there.
Yeah, Callum had that one good roll, and Steve just deleted it off immediately. Oh, well, that's a bit better. That's some fire from the A-wing. So that A-wing's got a big shot in there. Steve's going to have to focus. There's a crit in there, unless he's got all his shields intact. I don't think he has though.
Saying 3 at the moment, but I don't know if that's updated.
I think one of the X-wings plinked a shield. And if he's only lost 1 shield, then spending the focus stops him taking a crit to the hull, which is better than modifying your attack dice, I think, with the focus. Yeah, it was a very early one there, Will, but it did save him 2 damage, to be fair. And he has activated the ability. So I think it was a good one. So Steve has taken the crit. It was direct. Oh, so the crit would have been to Hull anyway, because he lost 2 shields. So Marlowe is half pointed.
Yeah.
Which I think is best case for Callum there.
So I think they're just changing the overlay now.
And then bam, 38 points go to Callum.
It's direct hit.
Due to a direct hit, yes.
To be fair, that's probably not too bad on the Houndstooth direct hit, is it? I mean, it's got the hold to keep going.
Yeah, it's got 6 hull left and it'll be off the board next turn anyway, so it's safest in reserve. He's only got 1 hit back from his shot, which is going to be gutting for him. Because an A-wing ain't going to be hit by that. Oh, wow, not if Callum does that. That is absolute fire from Callum there. I suspect Steve's a tad gutted now by that. What's Sol got? Range 2 at near num. There's a wank in there as well. Only 2. And Callum will evade it all.
Yeah.
Because he didn't need his focus for attack. Interesting. Steve took a big hit that turn and didn't really do anything back. That is going to be a tad frustrating, I suspect. He's got options here though. Sol can go straight over that prox mine and not care. So that prox mine is invisible only to Sol. Moralo will probably fall forward off the board. Because anything else gets shot a lot. Being shot is bad.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Nim's up to. The best he can do is hard 2. He can't boost or anything, so there's not much he can do to get back into
Nim right out on the left.
Yeah, it is, yeah. This is it now though, we got into it properly now. And they've still got half an hour to decide a victor. We've still not had a score yet, John. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Most of the round is gone and no one's come to us with a score.
We've only got 4 rounds, but it's probably going to go longer than normal. Everyone's going to go to time.
Yeah. I am surprised. Normally a score's come in by now.
We've had something by now.
There's 24 players, isn't there? So there's 12 games going on.
26, I think.
26?
Yeah.
Oh, 13 games going on.
I think. Am I right? I could be wrong. Oh, 24. 24 players.
Oh no, there's a third veteran in the building because Ashok is here. Of course,
Yeah,
I forgot Ashok was here.
Yeah.
24, yeah. 24 and 3 of them are veterans. Interesting. It's a really nice looking field today we've got. I think it's going to be an interesting day. Is that score up there? Has Rastley got Jude?
Yeah, Rast's playing young Jude.
That's an interesting one.
Laszlo is playing Josh Wood.
He is indeed.
Yeah, we got Paul Spurgeon, Josh
Got a
Ince.
score.
Hey,
we got
we
a
just talked
score.
about
We're
how
just
we hadn't
saying
had
what
any
the
scores yet.
Yeah, go on then.
Ashok versus Alex the Bruce.
Yeah,
Ashok scored 200.
yeah,
Oh,
Alex scored 96.
strong start from Ashok,
yeah.
representing the veterans there with a 200 to 96 win against Alex Bruce. Very good.
Probably reminds me, I've probably got to go there and pick up a veteran's coin.
Oh, you've not got to
forgotten
bring her again, John. Oh dear. Is Rasta going to pass off his coin again?
Yeah, I might have a word with him.
He just keeps getting hand-me-downs.
I don't keep the veteran coins in store because they'd go missing.
Yeah, in here they would. Yeah, I get that. They're a bit nice, though, aren't they? The veteran
Yeah,
coins.
they're all right,
They're
yeah.
really nicely made. The new wave release date. It's 21st, isn't it?
I believe so. Yeah, that's what somebody said
Because
to me.
other
the
stores
other
have been
day.
confirming it, but I don't know if we've had confirmation.
I've not seen it.
Yeah, exactly.
I've not had confirmation about it.
But a couple of different stores are saying 21st. In which case, bring it on. Be good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Republic, Separatists, all seems really interesting mechanically. There's some controversial cards in there, but same as always. There's a couple of cards that make you go, how the hell does that work?
Yeah.
But every release is like that. They've always got to push the boundary with the mechanics and stuff.
yeah.
They've got to keep it interesting, keep it fresh. Yeah, 21st leaves us open. You're right, Kay, which is going to be very interesting. See how many people opt to bring it to the system open. Just for the surprise value it will give. I don't think I'll be doing that. I've already got lists I really enjoy playing at the moment regardless. But I do like the look of both factions. I think they're really interesting. I'm looking forward to giving them a go. For sure, as soon as they're out, we'll have them on Tuesday nights. We'll make a point of bringing them along and giving them a go as soon as we've got them. So we'll keep you updated on the Tuesdays.
What is the actual 21st is the Thursday.
Yeah, so the week after, the 26th on the Tuesday, we'll have something going on. Yeah, Buzz Droids are contentious at the moment.
Well, that's a bit contentious because Rasta and Ash might beat you to it.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't mind that. You know. But they'll be talking about it, and then we can test it on the Tuesday. This is the point.
It's all good.
They can go through the theory, and then we'll put it on the table and see what happens.
It will all need talking about, won't it?
Yeah, it'll be all the rage for a couple of weeks. So yeah, really excited about it. I've got my pre-orders in at the store. If you haven't, get your pre-orders in. Yeah, I've gone for both factions. I think they're both really interesting.
Yeah,
it's really cool. Yeah, you're right, Kay. We do have to, you know, as the prime time show, we can't hog all the good content. You know, we do share around with the less well-known shows.
It's funny that we've got multiple shows.
I love it. I love our schedule we have. It's great. It's absolutely great. Tuesday nights are so much fun to do. I really enjoy. Yeah, Soldier's gone straight to the Proxmine because he can just say, nope.
Don't do it.
Nim stops that bomb activating. Yeah, bam, charge immediately. Way through make the next veteran event really interesting. That's true. If it's on the 21st, is it going to be legal for the first weekend in April? Was a question as well. So yeah, okay. So if it does come out 21st, you'll be able to use it at the April tournaments. There you go. Confirmation from John.
If it's here on the 21st, then yeah.
Perfect. But any later, no dice.
Yeah.
So, if you plan to come down April, and you plan to bring Wave 3 content, then let's hope it comes out on time. 11 days to make it legal. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's plenty of time. 11 days.
Yeah.
When it gets to 7 days, then I'm a bit hesitant because it's simply because like players actually getting it in the hands can be a problem.
Yeah, just getting access to it. But it's like it's 2 weeks before the April tournament.
Yeah,
so,
there's no reason you should have your pre-orders in.
Yeah.
No sympathy.
No, yeah, get your orders in, guys. Get your droids, get your Jedi, and give it a go. Yeah, I think there's lots to be excited about New Wave. It looks like really good fun. I'm just loving the game at the moment.
It's going to be
I
different.
think it's in a pretty good place. You know, there's all sorts of controversy around about hyperspace, about the wave, and there's certain upgrades in it. But actually, you know what? It's just all good fun at the moment. I think.
There has to be.
I'm really enjoying it.
There has to be.
Yeah.
Variety.
I think it's all good stuff to me.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying playing next week. Yeah, so Callum's got a nightmare because he's got to work out which ship to move first so that it all fits. It's really hard for him to find that safe space there with those ships. It's tricky. And next turn, Nim is going to be very relevant as well. He's going to come charging in. So, oh, I think Steve's just saying he didn't have an action. He forgot to take one. But you take folks. It's all good. Just a casual tournament. Is that Kato?
Yeah.
It is a Kato. Why is that K? Why isn't him about to be relevant? Tell me. Is it just because he's flying off around the board? He's done the whole tour. Oh, there's a pork. Darth Ponce. Pontin! I didn't even. Sorry, mate. I missed your message, Dave. In Edinburgh for the rugby. I hope you're having a good time, mate. Thank you for joining us on the stream.
Yes, indeed you do, Ulfric.
I agree with you, Josh. Grid on Nim is a brave call. But if Steve's liking it, he's having good fun.
Ulfric, have you got your dials? You should have your dials by now.
Yeah, the dials are going out now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the wave 2 raster dials.
No, it was the
Was it? 2.5.
the resistance and the first. Or I was a bit slow on the uptake that Ulfric wasn't coming this weekend, so I was holding on to him. But,
yeah, because we thought he was. Yeah,
I shipped him out now.
Some confusion whether he was coming or not. But yeah, thanks for ordering with the store, Ulfric. Thank you for supporting us, mate. Morning, Virales. Thanks for joining us. Morning, Mark. Hello. How come you're not in playing, mate? What's going on? And you as well, Josh. Why are you not here? Get your excuses in now, boys. Best make them good ones.
Josh has got the porg as well.
Yeah, okay, yeah, Josh is a subscriber, I'll let him off.
Yeah. YouTube probably can't see the Twitch emoticons.
No.
Probably doesn't come across.
No, I think Restream just passes the chat.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, more fire from Callum here. Oh, you're at work at 12. Fair enough, mate. I'll let you off then. No worries.
Could have done the first round.
Yeah, he could have come and played a round. Just about. Are you in tomorrow, Josh? Are you around? Let me know, boss. Leicester versus Fulham, very nice. Have a good time. Sounds good. Hope we win. Let me know how it goes, mate. Work once again back on Tuesday. Oh man, sucks. I'll see you on Tuesday though, mate. Looking forward to it, as usual.
Do we know who was on the stream on Tuesday yet?
No idea. Not watched that.
Are we getting Mr. Theobald back on the commentary? Do we know?
I've not asked him.
Let's go.
Go on then.
Ash versus Rich Campsall.
Yeah.
Ash scored 200. Rich Campsall got 136, and I'll be back with another result in 2 seconds.
Okay. And we got half on coming.
Half on me and Wardle.
Half on one. I've just heard half on one against Ian Wardle. I don't know what score is yet though.
Half on this is alright today. I like it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Half on one again.
Yeah, I got that.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold
I
on,
get
James.
that.
Hold on.
I still don't believe
I
it.
need clarification from half on here. I think.
Ian Wardle was just saying it to like give him a chin up or something. But yeah, so Arthur got 200.
Yeah.
Ian got 76.
76. Wow. Cool.
Come on, half on. Do it for the commentary team. Want a commentary team war veteran to go with Tim.
I got another one. Adam versus Stu.
Table 8.
Table 8. Yeah.
Adam got 200
200. Yeah.
to 26.
26.
Wow, that's a bit brutal.
I think that game's going to go to time.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Yeah, we knew that when they spent 30 minutes not shooting at each other.
Do you mean I'm not an X-Wing guru?
No, but they both got, you know, a handful of ships with a bit of health.
Yeah.
Well, Steve's got the health and Callum's got the agility dice. So, neither list is easy just to remove from the table. And, yeah, they spent a lot of time not shooting, so I think it was only ever going to go to time. That's alright, Dolly, don't worry. Whatever help you need, it's fine, you'll get it in here. Don't worry about it, mate. Damage ligaments rolling dice. That's pretty crazy.
That's some aggressive dice rolling.
I thought Josh had an aggressive roll, but Dolly might be the champion of it. But yeah, don't worry about it, mate. If you need help moving ships and stuff, it's no problem. You just gotta.
Is that RSI playing X-Wing, or is that
from throwing your dice too hard? For to save rolling.
Was that a combination of things?
Okay. Oh dear.
Oh no, gonna have health and safety after us now.
Yeah.
Cosh assessment.
We'll turn you off now. Oh dear.
Sure,
Careful, Dara. She might be watching. I know Paul Spurgeon has his wife watching on Tuesdays because he puts up on the big TV at her house.
She ain't got a choice.
No, she ain't got a choice. He puts Tuesday Night Kosher on the TV and she has to sit there watching it. Oh dear. But he's in the building today, so she ain't got to put up with him.
Do you think he just leaves it on the telly?
He might do.
Do you know what? I think he'd love to go on the stream. We should maybe think about putting him on the stream.
Yeah.
He does come a long way.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's in tomorrow as well, so it's plenty of opportunity. But I agree with you. Yeah, wife is in earshot. There we go, you see. Careful, Dara. You're going to get Dottie in trouble.
It's from all those
dear.
male activities that we do.
Like playing X-Wing, yeah.
Yeah, 40k.
Yeah.
Lots of dice in 40k.
Yeah, you got to be careful throwing those around.
Yeah. I got tennis elbow from holding an iPad for too much once.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a bit random. I was like, I didn't think like that would cause it. You know what I mean? Oh, I can see Callum. That's his thinking face. Keep spinning the dial. Eventually, it'll pick a manoeuvre for you. We've all been there. There is no F that A way to go that is safe. There's really nowhere to go.
You've still got lots of results.
From plastering. Ooh,
Yeah.
sounds painful. Yeah, there's only 10 minutes to go and we're missing quite a few scores.
Just been a bit casual today.
In fact, most of the tables haven't given us a score.
It's time to put Prodigy on the music.
Yeah, get the players going faster.
Yeah.
Need faster music on. Yeah, so Nim stops the Proxmine going off again. And Sol can profit. That's the kettle, Rex, don't worry about it. We've got to have James making the brews.
Should I just have a quick listen on the stream?
Yeah, the kettle always comes through.
Does it?
Yeah. It's because the microphone's so sharp and good picking up.
It's from the yeah.
Just a bit of hiss.
It's the hyperdrive. That's what Rasta calls it, I think.
Could be.
Because these boys are useless at remembering scores, I bring it in myself.
Okay, Paul.
That's all right.
I lost 136, 200, and 2 Josh.
136. There we go. 136. Thank you
Thanks,
very
Paul.
much.
And hello, internet. Waving.
Oh, you've got to be waving. And the quality door slam as well.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Paul. Oh, Morello's gone.
They're not updating the overlay.
I think they are, yeah.
No, it was Josh Ince.
Yeah, Josh Ince. Salty isn't playing today, Will. But the door slam's authentic, Kay. They can't get rid of it.
I know.
It's part of the charm of the building.
The door.
Yeah, the door slam. It's a very specific noise.
It's the way it sort of like makes the whole wall wobble.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It's a bit disconcerting. Nice talon off mellow there. Very good. He waves at there, run away! Run away!
Nudge on that shit there.
Yeah, only a touch. But the cool thing you can do now is you can barrel roll down the side of the Skurg and then turn his arc to the back. If he's out of arc, he doesn't need to. Then
Right. Well, I've not put the factions in yet, so we can't do a breakdown.
Oh right. How do we add him?
Do you know who's playing what?
Not all of them. Nick's rebel.
That's rebel.
Callum's resistance. Laszlo's rebel. Josh Wood I don't know, but Steve Theobald's obviously Scott.
That's Empire. Isn't it? Oh, is that right?
Not Republic, no. There's no Republic yet.
Hello, beautiful people.
Hi, Si.
I got a score for you.
You got a score for me?
A score for us?
From the
So-
great Mr. Astor himself.
Go on then.
How much did Jude win by?
Rasta won 265.
65. Not
Jude,
bad from
no.
Jude. Yeah.
Completely unrelated.
Oh, okay.
We need to give Neary money for a book when he next comes in. Just someone.
But nice one.
Another book sold, excellent. Love it. I've not read his book yet.
Have you not?
I've got it, but I've not read it.
It's very good. What did we say, Steve? Was
Scum.
he let me read the manuscript? You know?
Really?
Yeah, before I published it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeff, I don't know.
Jeff is in Resistance.
Resistance. Carlos Scum. Tim, I don't know.
Rebel.
Wedge. Miles, probably Rebel. Oh no, it's Resistance. Resistance Ace is getting a lot of play. Oh god.
Scum villain.
Ben Cox, you evil man.
It's exact replica.
Yeah.
We've got some mirror lists going on here, guys.
So I'm not putting Ben and Kev on the stream then.
Villainy.
Yeah. Stew, I don't know. Stew's fine. Oh, Imperials. I think it's an Imperial hyperspace list. Stew, Scum as well. Plenty of
Like,
scum
there is a
about.
lot of scum here.
It's a scummy day.
Yeah.
Ian's scum as well.
Scum, yeah.
Well, how would you mod an RZ2 then, Kay? Hawkins, legend. Rich's Flying Pork. Rich is on stream today. That's it. Oh, Benny, I've heard of them.
That's Resistance.
Yeah, it is.
Nick Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a player.
Yeah.
Nick Bond scored 200.
200.
His opponent got 25.
25.
Wow.
Nick and Tom Robinson.
Yeah, I should be talking about Scum. Well, the Scum are back on the rise. Yeah.
Resistance.
Sony Bank dice. That's why he's got heroic though. They need to all be blank. Engine lights and arc indicator lights at the front and just behind the car, triggered by a magnet. Okay.
Yeah, just 4.
Yeah, 4.
What's that?
Scum.
No, is that Scott? Yeah.
Niven's Soul.
Yeah, that's what we're watching now.
Yeah. But not with Morello, it's with Cabot instead. Ashok, I've no idea, I've not caught with him today.
Scum Valley.
Oh yeah, I've seen that list before. Half one's Rebel. Rebel till he dies. Oh. What's Russ? Let's have a look. Oh my god, it actually is, yeah.
Galactic Empire.
Power Prince Defenders. The faction breakout.
Ooh.
Wow, nearly half of the faction is Scum.
Right, so this is for you, Will. I hope you're watching at the moment.
It's a very interesting mix. First Order's still lacking. First Order always seems to be the least popular at the moment. I just don't think they're as fun as Resistance are. I think that's their big problem.
Yeah, I mean, Scum's always going to be like quite large because they've got more ships than anybody else.
That is true.
So the variety's just there, isn't it?
Rasta is flying Scum. Well, if you go on the event page, then you can see his list. Everyone's list is viewable on there. It's an interesting mix, but yeah, Scum has definitely got a grip on the tables today.
First Order's not getting a lot of love.
No, 'cause I don't tend to find them very interesting to work with. Rebels are definitely back, Kay. Rebels did really well out of the points changes, so just think First Order suffer from being not very fun, and that's all, which is a shame because there's some really interesting ships in there. And their most effective list got nuked last week into oblivion.
Just got 16 seconds left on this.
Yeah, do you want to shout at him, John?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
It's time.
Time on the round, X-Wing players!
Oh, you wouldn't let me shout.
I love shouting.
Boo! So, Callum's got this, I think, hasn't he?
Yeah, it does seem that way. But he could very easily lose it quite quickly. He's lost Lulo. Steve can half point a couple of ships here, he can win the game. It's not over. Callum's not really in position to run away this turn either. So, because the way his ships are pointing, apart from the A-wing, but the A-wing is by far the least valuable ship anyway. So,
Ben Cox versus Tim Marsden.
Go on then.
Ben Cox 103.
Yeah.
Oh no, I forgot the other one.
He had 2 numbers to remember. 2.
We're not very good at this. Are we? We're not remembering numbers.
Tim 26. First one of the day.
It's amazing how difficult that is, you know.
yeah, it can immediately just vanish from your mind.
Yeah.
Laszlo
Okay, Laszlo.
scored 200
Oh,
So, proper 200, yeah.
to 147.
147. Laszlo off to win.
so Laszlo and Adam Jones have both won their first games. It's a solid start from them.
Yeah. So we've just got 3 games to report.
Yeah.
Kev Bellamy, Jeff Ball, that'd be a good game.
Yes, very interesting. And Jeff's flying aces, I think, so he's generally going to go to time.
Yeah.
Hard 2 here. Hard 3. Does he fit? He fits. Look at that. Just a focus, probably.
So even if Steve drops the other A-wing, he's...
The other A-wing is enough.
Oh, that'd be 79 points actually, it would be enough. But we'd have to drop it and not lose any points himself.
Yeah, it's definitely doable, but Sol's on 1 health, so if Callum can kill Sol, it's all over. I think that's a fair point in that case, isn't it?
What's that?
That he's trained to identify people avoiding. This heat's roasting me.
Turn it down a bit.
I'm just going to turn it off for a little bit, so I feel like I'm on fire.
I'm a bit cold-blooded, mate. Result.
Score for you.
Go on then.
Miles
Oh, where's my pointer? There it is. Miles, yeah.
scores 176,
176.
and his opponent gets 166.
166. Very good.
Wow, that's close.
It's Miles not. Veteran.
Yeah, he is. Oh yeah, there's 4 then. 'cause
There's
it's
4
Tim,
veterans
I
in
forgot
the room.
Tim's
Tim.
here.
Your co-host, how can you forget Tim?
Because he's never here at weekends. Turned up for one and won it. Then just hasn't come back for like 3 months.
Yeah, Miles won it last month, didn't he?
Yeah, he won the Saturday last month. Weekday Warlords shirt.
Kev got the win, yeah? No. Oh, Jeff got the win. Jeff Ball 128.
1, 2, 8, yeah.
Kev 1, 2, 2.
Whoa.
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 This is the last game then.
So this is the last game we're watching. Wow.
The only score we don't have in is a score on the stream. It basically comes down to, does this kill Soul? It might. Any paint will do here for Steve. Any paint at all. He's not got it. He's blanked out.
Has he really?
Oh, he has as well. Callum's going to win then. There's nothing Steve can do about it now. Now he's lost Sol. It's going to be a case of what's the scoreline. They're pretty average. Steve dodges one. Callum's right enough to spend his focus there attacking because there's nothing to be gained from it. So. Range 3 through a pebble. It's a 3 dice shot from Tally, but 3 dice from Nim as well. He can't do anything meaningful here because he can't strip the shield, so there's actually no point shooting.
Sorry, that was an awful play.
No score.
Just wait, it's this one on the stream.
Just the stream we're waiting.
Yeah.
Streamline haircut takes forever to play.
I know.
That must have been a big decision though. She had quite a long hair.
Yeah, it was like down to the nipples.
Yeah.
And that's all gone.
Because I mean, it takes a long time to get that length.
That was 3 years.
Yeah.
Just
Right, you
over,
could have at
over.
least brought it in a bag for John.
Yeah, I got stuck it to my head and everything.
Yeah, growing up for 3 years and just chopped it all off. Just got bored of it. Wasn't going to do anything. So. Steve picks up some more points. But unfortunately, it's not enough because Sol died.
Soul died, yeah, yeah,
If Sol hadn't died, Steve would have won by 3 points.
yeah.
It was that close.
Right then, guys, we're gonna
Really good.
pull the round in a minute or two and set up the stream. We're just gonna go quiet for a second or two.
Yeah, we'll just pick the next game.
Right, guys, we're just about to start this round in a few moments. We have Adam Jones and Nick Bond. Ryan has just disappeared for a walk round because he's pulled his back while he's been sitting down, so he's got up to move around. Hopefully he'll be back in a minute or two. If you're new to watching us and you're on YouTube, subscribe.
X-Wing players, round 2, off you go!
Let's start round 2. All right.
Sorry for
this one. That one.
there, John. Yeah,
That one.
yeah.
Okay.
You can have the box chair today.
You need the chair that sits you up straight.
Yeah. So Adam says thank you. Get the final stream. No problem, Adam. Wanted to get him on. Anyone who gets a mention in the chat, I look out for.
Yeah, we
And,
do try to get visitors on as much as possible as well.
Nick's got 2 U-wings,
Yeah.
so I'm very happy to have this.
You
game
love
on.
the U-wings, don't you?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that shit. Not flown it for a few months, but I absolutely adore it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Nick's list does. So I would have put. Who was it? Dara Boy was asking about Laszlo, but Laszlo's against Callum, who was playing on the stream first round. So I didn't think it was very fair on Callum to ask him to play 2 rounds.
Yeah.
But I'll check in with Laszlo round 3, particularly if he beats Callum, because then it'll be 2-0. And we'll see what happens. But both of these guys won their last games, I believe. So these guys are in the hunt. It's early days for the coin, but they're in the conversation still, so it's good for them. We'll see if either of them can make the most of it. And I know Adam has been flying this list quite a lot for quite a few months. He was certainly flying it before the points change because it actually got better with the points change.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, because the Pout crew came down and the defenders came down, so it allowed him to take fire control system on the defenders, which he didn't have before. It was the same as it was there, but without fire control. And that's what the points change allowed for. He really should have jamming beam on all 3 of those ships as well. I've already told him off. But really, in this list, I would never fire jamming beam. Not like Callum's list. I don't think 3 ships is enough for it to be worth it. But
Yeah, but 0 points.
but I told him he should just equip it so he has to carry it around all day
Yeah.
because it's free. And don't be picky. Take your free upgrades.
Yeah.
They're very good. It's going to be an almighty joust turn 2 here. I mean, they can take jamming beam, K, but Braylon can fire it, and Braylon does have it. Nick has not been dissuaded by the jamming beam. He's gone for it on Braylon. Yeah, 2 U's. I know, Ulfric. You can't have everything because U-wings can't fit homing missiles. U-wings actually can't fit any secondary weapons. They are merely troop transports. But one of my favourite things, but unfortunately nobody plays quick build. However, there is a quick build U-wing with the turret.
Oh, is there really?
Have you seen Reborn, haven't you, John?
Yeah. Of course
So you know you've got
Watched it the
Bistan
other day.
firing the door gunner.
Yeah.
So the problem is U-wings normally they can't fit extra guns like turrets, and they can't fit gunners, which is like Bistan.
Yeah.
There's a quick build that has Bistan with a turret, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
So you can fire the primary and then fire the turret, which is very thematic. But I've never flown it. That's the only U-wing with a turret though.
Be interested to see what difference it actually made.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting to see if they had one. If they had a turret, they could only shoot out the sides, like they had dorsal turret, but only out the sides, and you have to have a crew equipped to use it. Or something. I don't know. I would like that, but I don't think it will happen. That was a quick. You see, we haven't really had any quick build tournaments, K. Otherwise, I would be flying it. A U-wing with the turret, it'd be a bit of fun.
Problem is, we have run some of this stuff, but we tend to run it when we're not running our main event. and then other people running their events.
Yeah, and it becomes a bit quiet.
It becomes a bit too.
It's
too
tricky.
quiet. Yeah.
The calendar's very congested at the moment.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stores pushing the game very strongly, which is very good, but it dilutes the player base a touch.
Yeah.
I agree, Quick Build is surprisingly fun, and it has pointed out interactions to me that I didn't even know about. So yeah, Quick Build is interesting to look at, for sure. I mean, no one takes it seriously, but it is fun in itself. I definitely agree with you. I do really like that there's different ways to play the game. I think it's really cool. Oh, he's going for some bumps here. Interesting. That defender's really getting in the mix. Focus evade. What else are you going to do? Who's Rasta playing against this round?
I can certainly hear the conversation going.
I know. Some of the walls here are a bit thinner than the others. Rasta versus Ben. Oh, right, okay. No wonder they're being so vocal.
Okay. Some.
Bengar has got Rasta this round.
We've got Ben versus Rasta, Josh Ince versus Ashok. Ashok's already a veteran.
He is indeed.
Arfon James versus Jeff Ball.
Yeah, that's happening on the table right next to the stream.
Yeah. Laszlo's Callum Moore, who won on the stream on the last game.
Yep.
But it was quite
They
a tight
both
game.
won their
really,
last round.
Yeah. Jude versus Tom Robinson. Ian Morrill versus Josh Wood. Kyle Turley versus Paul Spurgeon. Steve Theobald versus Alex Bruce. Kev Bellamy versus Richard Campsell. And Tim Martin versus Stu True.
Just had a little bit of conversation with Tim while I was out there.
Did he lose his last game? Yeah, he must have.
Yes.
He's right down there.
He's got, I think it's hand wedge he's got today.
Yeah.
But his hand has Luke Gunner, which is a 26 point upgrade.
Oh, wow.
And everyone's sort of disregarded it because of that. I had a very quick 2-minute conversation with him about it. But his argument is it's worth that.
Do you reckon?
He thinks so. And I trust him.
He's on table 12.
Yes. Yeah, he said Ben. He said Ben had pretty hot dice. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Sometimes games are decided by dice. I don't know. I wasn't there. But
He goes from here.
but he said he got a lot of value out of the Luke Gunner in that game. It gave him 3 or 4 shots and 3 or 4 evades that he wouldn't have had.
Right.
So while it's expensive, the effect is very powerful. Is his point. So we may well end up having a conversation about it on Tuesday. We'll see. I might ask him about it then. We'll go into a bit more detail. Because Tim does like to get very analytical with some of the upgrades.
Yeah, he's very good at the analysis side of it.
It's about that cost-benefit ratio.
Yeah.
And it's okay if a card costs 26 points, as long as you get 26 points out of it. But that is hard to calculate just by looking at the card and guessing.
Yeah.
You know. I think to spend that kind of money on that card, you have to really convince yourself you're getting value.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I want to ask him properly about it, but in the whether Tim does or doesn't like it, Luke Gunner is a like it from Tim. Oh, there's some fire there from Nick. I like having that little dice tray on the board. Actually, that's quite makes it quite easy to see with the plain background, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's all right. They're a bit nice on dice trays. He's just going to spend all his tokens. Take nothing. I take nothing, sir. Have at ye. But he has burnt both tokens. Now Nick's going to hammer that defender.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's got a target lock.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, Nick.
that's
Oh,
bad,
there's
that's
some
bad.
fire there. That defender's getting lit up. Oh, he's seen it coming as well. Oh, there's a 2 in there. I think there's 2 in there. He's all right. He's doing okay. Oh, there's 3 in there. I thought it was an eyeball. Bloody hell. Ah, so that was the ion cannon from Dutch. So he's landed an ion.
Right.
So he lands a damage but no tokens. So that defender is not ioned, which Nick will probably be very gutted about because it should have been. That defender should be 1 forwarding next round. Instead, it's going to K-turn and be really annoying.
Yeah.
Although the K-turn might not fit with the Ewing there, I think. So the defender's going to have a problem. It's going to have to hard 3 to the left anyway. So it's going to be out of it for a turn regardless. Now the B-Wing's going to hammer it. The B-Wing's got... that's a Braylon Stram flying B-Wing. So because he's stressed, he can reroll two dice with his ability. Fortunately, only needs to reroll 1. Oh, it's still blank. But still 3.
Still good.
3 is about average for that situation. So, oh, and there we go. There's some blanks. Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's fair after the last triple evades.
So it's without shield.
Yeah, it's a shield stripper from Nick there. Because Dutch took 1 off with the iron cannon turret, and then that B-wing is just ripped through. And now the U-wings will both fire at the same target as well. This could kill it. Oh, for a focus token. They're all eyeballs, Nick. He's not even spent the target lock because he got nothing. He's moving on to the next one that has focus. Oh, is he? No, is he? Yeah, he's going to go back and spend the lock. Yeah, okay, fair. Nothing had moved on, so... Oh, I'm rewarded for doing so. Nick talked himself back into it. And he's put... It could kill it here, depending on what the crit is. If he gets to direct. What's it going to be, boys? I can't see that. It's not direct, though. Whatever it is, that damage sensor or something. Blinded. Blinded by the U-Wing's magnificence. And then the other U-Wing can shoot. Is that range 1?
Yeah,
Oh, it's range 1, baby.
It's got to be.
Look at that.
Yeah.
4 dice with focus. Should be averaging 3. Should be. And so the defender, there's a very high chance. I can't calculate exactly, but there's a very high chance the defender dies here. And Nick will be very unlucky if it doesn't. There you go, there's average. Can Adam roll the triple evade he needs again to save his defender? Nope.
No.
Boom.
No. See focus that. Yeah.
Rebels claim their first victim.
That was quick.
Delta Squadron number 2 is down. Yeah, the Rebels bring some proper fire now.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at that Rebel list, right? If Braylon and Stram's come down by 2 points, 3 points, something like that. Trickshot's gone up by a point, fair enough. But Jam Beam's down for free. Dutch is cheaper. Ion Cannon turret's cheaper. Veteran turret gun is cheaper. Leia's cheaper. Like Nick is profiting so much.
Yeah.
And all the Rebel lists are like this, really. The only different Rebel list that has been powerful and didn't profit from the points changes is Miles' list that he won with.
Right.
Miles' list actually went up in points.
But it still works. Cause
Yeah, it works so brilliantly.
Yeah.
But it's one of the few Rebel lists I've seen where it actually increased in points and it's still really powerful.
Yeah.
It's a list that has always been powerful, but no one has really spotted it. I think the Lambda's going to take a pot shot at Dutch here. Looks in to me. And beautiful Darth Maul range rulers and templates that Cockatoo did.
Yeah.
They're very nice. Adam's got himself a set. Because Darth Maul will be in the game very soon. As a pilot. Just the 1 crit, though, against Dutch.
If you subscribe to our channel, you get a Darth Maul emoticon.
You do indeed, using the chat. Get your
On
Darth Mauls
Twitch.
out
On Twitch.
for Pi. There you go, get your Darth Mauls out, guys. For them beautiful templates. Yeah, that was pretty brutal. Nick has lost 2 shields and killed a ship.
Yeah.
And the 2 shields aren't even on the same ship.
Yeah, it's pretty harsh, right?
That is absolutely brutal. He's probably this time going to ignore the defender and just kill that lander. Really like the look of Nick's list. Kind of what I wanted on the stream. It's my kind of thing. Maybe Nick will be the veteran today. There's every chance.
Yeah.
He's 72 points up now, up a whole defender. He can't kill the Lambda in a turn, really. Although, how much damage he put out? He put out a huge amount of damage there, because the defenders have 7 health, right? The Lambda only has 3 more, but has 2 less agility. And I think that round could have killed the Lambda. If he can fire... Because he's got 5 shots, has Nick. One of them can only do 1 damage. But it's still a huge amount of dice to throw at somebody.
Yeah.
It's classic Rebel synergy. It's really cool. I might have to go back to giving it a go. Because I do really like this sort of list of Nick's. It's my kind of X-Wing. Rather than aces and all the art dodging and that sort of stuff.
It was your ship, wasn't it?
Yeah, the U-Wing in particular was. And now it's become a proper support ship. I just love it. I absolutely love that ship. And this turn, the U-Wings can stay still again as well. Both the U-Wings can 0, even though one of them's stressed. Because the other U-Wing will remove that stress at start activation if he wants to. So they can both handbrake. It's just brutal. Yep, Cassian removes that U-Wing stress. Because Cassian is the U-Wing above. Magva's the U-Wing at the bottom. Yeah, I agree with you, Kay. Rebel Salad, like Nick's or a slightly different version of it, is really cool. At the moment, it's really, really strong. Lambda's doing his best, trying to block Dutch, but I think if Dutch won forwards, he'll fit there in the Y-Wing. So Dutch hasn't really got a problem. Braylon will just go 1 forwards and then he'll focus into a barrel roll. So he gets focus, and then the stress gives him double reroll. So it's like having focus target lock when you have focus stress. It's really, it makes the link action to focus into barrel roll so powerful. Really, really powerful. So he's coordinated a boost. A bank boost there onto the defender, so the defender can now 4K freely. And I think it's right from Nick if he's going to ignore that and then just carry on and go for the Lambda. Morning, Groggy Dog. Thank you for joining us in round 2. The more the merrier in the chat. So yeah, the defender's in behind, but you got to kill Palp first now in this situation, I think. So I think I think the U-Wings will just stay where they are, and the B-Wing and the Y-Wing will just 1 forwards. And Nick doesn't need to make it any more complicated than that. I don't think. Oh, he is doing a 0, but he's going to pivot first. I'm surprised by that. I'm surprised he would go for the... I'm surprised he would even bother with the defender when the Lambda's such a juicy target. Because the Lambda's coordinated away to the defender, it hasn't been able to reinforce. And like I was talking about first round, reinforce in this situation would be really powerful for the Lambda to have. Because he's coordinated, he's given it up.
Yeah.
So I think to target the defender is the wrong idea.
Range 1 though, isn't it?
But yeah, I get you see the juicy range 1 shot and you go, I'll be having that.
He had so much success in that first round. It's kind of tempted to try and replicate it.
I think so. But yeah, I would definitely go for the Lambda if I was Nick here. Yeah, that lovely Ewing pivot. It's practically unblockable. So it's a lovely little repositioning.
Oh, look at that!
It's so
It's
cool.
horrible.
No other ship can do it. So I just love it. You give up agility to do it. You go down to 1 agility
Yeah.
while your wings are folded in. Well, that's true, Kay, but Nick's turned both the Ewings at the defender. I'm just surprised by it. When he zeroed, he had a choice. The cool thing about when you zero, and particularly against Adam's list, where the Ewings move after everything Adam has, because they're all PS1, right?
Yeah.
You don't often get it when you're flying PS3 Ewings. But when you get it, it's amazing, because that zero, you can point any of those 4 directions, if you want to. So I would have just stayed where they are, ignore the defender for a turn, because the Ewings were at the arcs a bit, and then just shoot up the Lambda a bit. Because it didn't have the reinforce. If the Lambda had the reinforce, I would have gone for the defender.
Right.
But because the Lambda doesn't, I would have ignored it. Ignored the defender. Ah, so Dutch, of course, Dutch target locks the defender, and then a friendly ship can acquire a lock on it. So the front U-wing, Cassian, just gets a target lock from Dutch there.
Right.
And because Dutch has R3 astromech, Dutch locks both of Adam's ships, and then one of his ships gets a lock against one of those 2, basically. I would just focus barrel roll left here if I was Nick. Activate that stress, because the stress gives you rerolls on attack, but it also gives you that reroll on defense. Stress is so good for Braylon. Yeah, here we go. Focus barrel roll left. Beautiful. I'm not sure it gets out the defender's firing arc, but he's just going to have to take it and accept it. And it makes the K turn next turn really nice as well, potentially. Because that thing's got a 2K and a 1 Talon roll. It's not a fast ship. It's got a very compact dial, but yeah, I really like that from Nick. That's a nice position to be in. He should be able to lay in some hurt now. This is going to be a range 1 Sharpe. 4 dice. Adam will be lucky to evade it. He might evade it with power. But this could really hurt the Lambda here. Could be a shield stripper. Complete shield stripper. Or it could do nothing. We shall see.
No,
Oh, it's a weak start, so you can only reroll 2 of the blanks with this ability. 1 of them must stay blank, which is unfortunate for Nick. Oh, that's brutal. Sometimes the dice just no good. Just 1 hit from Nick.
That's gone through.
Goes through, but disappointing. He certainly would have expected that from Braylon there. Lambda got away with that. Looks like a range 3 from Magva. Shot to nothing. It might strip. Nick's probably hoping to strip the evade token here, and then the other Ewing at range 1 can punch through. Oh, that's a bit better. That probably will burn the evade token. It may also burn Palp. Yeah, that's going to spend an evade. But he's got the big threat of Cassian right there. Range 1 target lock. Gets 2. Takes a damage. I mean, that's great for Nick in that situation. Way better than he was expecting.
Yeah.
You know, it goes up and down. Braylon does a lot less. Magva does a lot more. So, it's not great from Cassian. Not in a great start. Spend this whole lot. Hope for another couple of hits in there. Are they crits or are they? I think they're 2 hits, 2 crits, aren't they? Oh,
Yeah,
Cassian, you dirty boy.
That's pretty
Wow,
brutal.
that's all the shields gone. Woo! Brutal.
Has he got any other guns on? No, he hasn't.
No, Nick's fired everything. So Nick's now got to take some flat back. Braylon is going to get hurt because they're both going to go for Braylon. But he's got stress and focus. So he couldn't be any more defensive than he is right now. He's only got 1 agility to modify, but he's got a lot of modifiers for it.
Yeah.
Oh, a fire from the defender already. Into the back of Braylon. Takes 2 shields off him. It's alright, he's still got a shield left. They can't kill Braylon, realistically, here. So, they can really hurt it, though. Palp shot all. I mean, he's still got Palp, so 2 hits there.
2 hits.
But basically, should only do 1 because he'll get any paint you spend it. If it was blank, he could re-roll it. I mean, if you re-roll blank to blank, it's 2 damage. But other than that, last shield gone on Braylon. So Adam does pick up points there. He gets half of Braylon, 25 points, but he's a long way behind at the moment. You know, the defenders are famous for their action economy, but Nick's just firing so much more dice that their mods just run out.
Yeah.
They can only defend so much before it all just starts getting through. It's going to be interesting now. Cassian's not really going to have a shot because he's just going to have to go 1 forwards and run away and clear his stress. Magva can stay where she is again if she wants. She can still 0 because Cassian will remove her stress and then she zeroes again. Braylon... If you remove Braylon's stress, then Braylon can do red moves. I think you've got to remove Braylon's stress rather than Magva's, but... Because then Braylon can do a K-turn or a Talon or something cool and get the defender. I think the Lambda's just going to go 1 forward and bump into the white. I don't think Lambda's going anywhere. Defender or K-turn because it's a defender. That kind of thing will be most likely, I suspect, but we'll see. If Nick can point a few guns at the right targets here, he's probably got it, I think. The ships are just so efficient. As a group. Really, really powerful combinations. I think Dutch in the wiring his actions ability is so good.
Yeah.
To pass that target like, even to a stressed ship because it's not an action. Really nice. And it's a nightmare for Adam because he's lower initiative. Ultimately that's what's hurting him the most, I think, is that he is initiative 1. Yeah. So yeah, he's removed Braylon's stress, so Braylon can do whatever the hell he wants now. Nick's not got Leia this turn yet though, so the other ships are going to have to deal with the stress their own way. K-turn? I mean, you know it fits, so why wouldn't you? It's 3 banked in. Fair enough. He's still got that target lock on Braylon, so if that defender can get a shot, Braylon's got a very good chance of killing him. Focus evade, the classic defender package. Zero surprising, when you could just 1 forward and not be stressed, but fair enough. Oh,
He's going to get that in.
Nick's going to stay stressed, but that's okay because he might get a shot here. Oh, Nick, that's beautiful. He's got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Very nice from Nick. This is just going to be a 1 bank in, I suspect. Yeah, clear that stress. Maybe you get an action, maybe you don't, but really you don't care. It's just going to overlap slightly, I think. Yeah, so... Or not. Oh, did that fit?
Yeah.
No way. Wow.
Yeah. She can't tell on this overhead because we're not exactly perfectly overhead. You can see because there's
No,
like,
yeah, the perspective.
the perspective's wrong.
There's no perfect position for the camera. So.
No, it is difficult. We're about as overhead as you could possibly be.
Yeah. She's going to coordinate Dutch, I think. Yeah. He's going to target lock again. Pass the target lock. Me too, K. I really struggle with medium bases still. I don't fly them a lot, so.
If you actually look at the overhead locale, you can actually see the ships actually hanging over one side of the base more than the other. So that's just the camera's just off ever so slightly. It is difficult to judge.
Is this a gator? Arcs and Ewings. Well, I don't know. I really like Braylon, K. I really like Braylon. Oh, he's just in the lander's got shot him. The defender's got shot him. So Braylon is gonna go down here, I think. He's gonna go down swinging. But he's got a big hammer to swing with. Just a one bank here, Nick. One bank be chill. One forward be chill. Fair enough. I mean, we could have had another game on the same board, couldn't we, really? They've used so little of it.
Just this corner, couldn't they?
Yeah. They only needed one half. It's been a brutal joust, though. But I definitely think the joust favours Nick, and that's what we'll see.
Yeah.
This round is going to be a big decider now. What can Nick do? You can certainly eye on it. There's a good chance he does now.
Is that what he's done?
Dutch is firing his iron cannon at the defender. Got 4 out of 4.
Yeah.
I mean, spend the evade or take an iron token. You've got to spend the evade.
I got a score.
Oh,
score
scores.
Kev Bellamy versus Rich Campbell.
I've heard of them. Oh God, not again, Jay. Have you actually got a score for us? Oh, you've got.
I have now, yeah. Kev scored 200.
Yeah.
Rich got 72.
72.
Thanks, James.
So Kev Bellamy winning that first game there, being reported.
Yeah. Nick really needs to kill that defender before it shoots something. It's going to be important to see what happens. Oh, he's got a reroll. It's 3 out of 3. Spend focus, take no damage. Spend pout, take no damage, I think, is the best play there. I think that's what he's done. Yeah, he's not removed the focus token, so pout lets him get away with it. No, Patrick, he used Cassian's ability to remove Braylon's stress, which allowed Braylon to cater. Just the one from Cassian, it's kind of disappointing. Oh, Cassian's got the target lock. Comes to 3. Oh, the defender's evading like a boss. It won't die. It's up to Magva now. Magva's the only one.
It's gonna go there. Right? What's that range one?
On an average, it doesn't die here.
Really?
Yes, really, because Nick should roll 2 hits, and then Adam should roll an evade and an eyeball. That's an exact average roll. And an average roll for on defense would be blank focus evade, spend the focus, no damage. There you go.
Yeah, exactly right.
Got it. Oh, Nick will be gutted.
Yeah, so smart.
Yeah, well. This is stuff me and Tim like to analyse. No, Leia was used a couple of turns ago. She'll be back next turn though. So this is really going to hurt now. This is going to be a dead Braylon, I think. He has got the stress to modify. He can re-roll. No re-roll in that one. Leave it as is. 3 health left. Come on, Braylon. You can do it. I believe in you. Do it for B-Wings everywhere.
So what's 2 and a focus, is that?
He's got the target lock, so he's fire controlled for 3.
3.
Braylon needs an evade here. Come on, Braylon. For the rebellion. Yes! Yeah! I think that's fair. The defender didn't die, the Braylon didn't die. I think is the... It's either both or none, I think is the fairest outcome. Yes, Braylon.
So we're back to stars at the moment.
Yeah, we are indeed. That's the end of the
So guys, there's quite a few of you on our Twitch stream at the moment. If you all say hi, we might be able to unlock some more emoticons for our stream. Because I believe if you get over 30 chatting at the same time, there is some more unlocks for our subscribers.
There you go. So
our followers on Twitch.
if you're lurking,
So
say
everybody
hi, let us
say
know you're
hi,
there.
do it quickly, and we might be able to unlock something.
We're looking through another account there.
I think we need 30 people.
Oh, 30 people all chatting at once.
Yeah, all chatting at once.
Come on, guys. Talk to us about the game. What do you like? What do you think of this game? Is it interesting? I think it's really interesting.
Just hi, yeah, it's cool.
For me, it's like this game. It's not about. It's very different to the first game we watched, isn't it? Where they used the whole board and they were very cagey about engaging. In
Yeah.
this, we had shots in the second round.
Yeah.
And it's a very different way of playing X-Wing, but I do find it very interesting. But it becomes interesting more from an analytical point of view about what should be dying, you know, what the expected outcome is, how likely that is to happen.
Yeah.
That's, for me, is also an interesting part of the game. I like the number crunching. I don't mind it. Some people really don't like it. Steve really doesn't like it. Which is why me and Tim are going to start feeding Steve statistics on Tuesdays, seeing if he likes them or not.
You need them written down on bits of paper.
Tim's got a book he's working on full of stats. He's got his little notepad with him he showed me. So
what Tim has?
Yeah, Tim has. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So it's coming together. Yeah, I think definitely has worked out for him, Kay. I'm not saying it was right or wrong to do so. It wasn't what I would have done, but it's definitely worked out for Nick. And he's just getting the guns on the right targets, I think, isn't he? Yeah. The first game, Steve didn't win against Callum. Beat Steve because he killed Sol in the last round by about 30 points.
Do you think there's an awful lot of people who watch without the sound on?
Just to ignore us.
I don't know if it's just to ignore us,
Maybe.
but sometimes when you're at like work or something. Oh, we've got some
Astro
cheers
Boy,
there
thank
from
you for
Astro Boy.
cheering.
Thank you very much.
Much appreciated, sir. So Leia has been popped this round as well. If you can see that lovely card that we had made for our Princess Leia event.
Oh, from
that
Colorado.
Nick has put on the table. Thank you for joining us, Dutch. So Leia is in play, so Dutch is K-turning. I don't think that's going to be a surprise. Probably 1 forward for the Lambda, and then 4K from the defender behind the Lambda. That's what I'm expecting you. It's going to be a bump, I think. It's a bit cosy in there. There's not much room in that corner of the board.
They really have decided to play the
Congested it
entire
quite a
game
bit,
down there,
haven't
haven't they?
I think both U-wings will 0 here as well. So Dutch is going to bring in K10. Braylon will just bump the Lambda. There's nothing much he can really do about it. So there's nowhere for him to really go. Poor Braylon. He may well die here. Oh, Nick, no! Nick strolling with them. Yeah, them bloody U-wing wings. They make it. The U-wings do become an absolute nightmare in this situation because you're just endlessly bumping the wings when they're folded out like that. They take up a lot of space. It's right that they've been reduced to a medium base, but the wings overhang a lot.
Yeah.
They really do. The medium base definitely suits a ship. Large base was silly, but the wings are... Well, they're fabulous, but impractical.
Yeah.
Is what I go for.
Well, scaling was a bit off in 1.0, wasn't it? I mean, you had the
a little bit, but the
Kylo's
units-
ship, didn't you?
Yeah.
I forget what it was.
Oh no, there goes Braylon as well because the defenders fall off.
Literally bigger than the U-wing, but
So Gala, there's you can see Astro Boy's message a few lines up, which is like a little animation with 101 next to it. That is a cheer, and you cheer with bits that you buy from Twitch directly.
And
you can do it through Twitch's website, and with cheers you can basically throw them in any as soon as you put them in a chat of any channel you like. Part of the money that you pay for them is given to us.
so it helps support
Yes,
your
so-
Twitch streamers that
Yes.
you like.
It's a way to donate to channels you like the content that they produce, while
So there's a couple of ways you can support
staying on Twitch.
streamers. One is you can use your Twitch Prime, your Amazon Prime subscription to give a Twitch subscription to a channel.
Yes.
That has to be reapplied every month,
Yeah.
but you get that for free if you've got Amazon Prime.
Thank you, Patrick.
You can subscribe just to any channel. That costs what's the cost?
Subscribing is $5 a month,
$5 a month.
and Twitch Prime, which you can get through Amazon Prime, gives you
Amazon
one
Prime.
free subscription a month.
Yeah. Or you can cheer,
Yes.
and cheers cost bits, and bits cost money.
They do indeed, but we appreciate all of your support.
If you ever follow any of the big video game Twitch streamers, and they
Yes.
generate a lot through the cheering. And
They
stuff.
do, yeah. Yeah, so Twitch take like, I don't know, like 30% cut, I think.
Yes.
Something like that.
Well, it depends how much you get. The more you get, the less they take.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
okay. So the percentage is variable.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But yeah, the majority of it comes to us, really. And
Oh, at least half of it does. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you all for supporting the stream and joining us for a wonderful day of X-Wing. I think we've had 2 very interesting games.
Yeah.
Really enjoying it. You could have done K. Was that the silencer you mean? Coordinate. Yeah, that silencer was very nice. Steve was very pleased. He was quite surprised to receive it, but he was very, very happy when he saw it. So thank you for that. He loves flying the silencer. So Recoil is one of his favourite pilots to fly at the moment. That's the only reason he keeps going back to First Order, I think, is because he likes Recoil so much. Wants to make it work. So... There should be a K-turn, surely. You wouldn't pop layer if you weren't going to K-turn. great for re-engaging like that without ruining your action economy. It's fantastic. I'd just rotate the turret to the front and just be relaxed. There's no rush. No rush for Dutch. He's still very healthy, and next turn he's in a great position for it. So, one bank into lander here, I suspect, was what happened. Oh, one turn. Which is white. Because of lane. Don't think he's ever going to get far enough around to shoot the defender, no. So, it's up to Braylon's friends to save his life here. Oh, I agree, Patrick. The game is definitely not over. Not by any stretch of the imagination. So, it could all come crashing down very quickly for Nick. He needs to kill the defender before it shoots Braylon, but that's going to be really hard. With just those Ewings shooting it, I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, Dutch has got a 2-dice shot, but it doesn't. It's not going to do anything. So, I would be surprised if he even stripped a token. So he's gone for the lander, because it's not even... The defender will just dodge you with dice. Just fire it. Just plink at the lander. May as well spend your toe lock. You only get it back later. He toe locks so often. Yeah, one hit. Yeah, it dodges it anyway, but... yeah, Patrick, you can do. It definitely can just live on one hull forever. Particularly if it kills Braylon here. Which it should do, if it survives. Nick needs to get rid of it before he loses 2 ships. Basically. So, we'll see if he can do that. Either this turn or next turn, the defender's got to go. Oh, he's going for the lander. Interesting. Nick switch targets. With the Ewings, he doesn't think he can kill the defender. And I agree with him. The shield goes. A lot of eyeballs in there. Oh, into blanks. Toglock's not kind to Nick. Not there. And then Palp just evades it anyway. I heard from Adam outside saying Palp. He doesn't need the force token after that, so he may as well Palp it. Tough dice round for Nick, but see if the defender can get it. Get Braylon. He's only got 1 reroll and focus.
Oh,
wow! Now
blank.
you see the value of Magva, because if Nick didn't have Magva, he would just pick up all 4 and reroll them.
Really?
But he can't because Magva says you can only reroll 1 die if you're in proximity to her. So he can only reroll 1 attack. Or has Nick not realised? I think Nick has realised.
It's better. It's Braylon gone.
Yeah. It was always like to happen there. Defender's going to be a nightmare now. Nick just lost his heaviest hitting ship. So. That round definitely went in Adam's favour, no doubt.
Viewers on Twitch this today.
Yeah, we're doing alright.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it, having a good chat with the chat. Who do we think then, chat? Who's going to win the game? Ah, yeah, the lander blanked out first. That's what it was. Yeah, you're right, Dutch. That's why I didn't realise there were different attacks. That's all. Thank you, sir. Adam 1, Nick 2. Who will win? Who do we think, chat?
I don't know. I wouldn't like to call it right now, actually.
It's a tight one, isn't it?
I think Nick's going to edge it just on the basis that it might go to time.
It could go to time.
Yeah.
It could very easily go to time.
23 minutes left.
Yeah.
So the rate they're playing, they're probably going to get, what, another 3 rounds in?
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Is the defender just going to go straight for Dutch? Pick a new person to bully. No, he's going the other way. Brave defender. Ran away. Oh, they might just mark the lander. They've worked it out between them, it's alright. An evade and a boost. Run away. Well, Cassian can't stop Kane. But Magva can.
Tim versus Stu.
Oh, okay, we got
Ooh.
another result. Yeah.
Stu got the 200.
Ooh.
Tim got 94.
Tim's argument for Luke Gunner's not looking very good right now. He's 0-2.
He's 0-2. Maybe it would be better on something else.
I'll have a word with him during lunch break.
Yeah.
Ask him what's going on.
I bet his opponent had hot dice.
I hear that a lot.
Yeah. I hear it from nearly every X-Wing player from
I've
time to
never
time.
used-
Just a heads up, you know you got the pairings just going up the screen, not the screen.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Oh,
I was going to check the time on the rack.
They're all.
do you want me to put it up there?
No, what's
21
time on the
minutes,
rack?
Jack.
21 minutes, just so I've got a mental.
Yeah, cool.
I'll put it up there for you. Look, there you go. Should be there now. Yeah. Oh, come in here, complain at us.
I know.
Anybody think we were in control?
Exactly. It's worrying. Cassian smashed into the front of that lander. Didn't have a choice, so he'll still shoot the defender though. And he will do so without stress and probably with target lock. I suspect Mag will just rotate.
Yeah, he hasn't got arc, has he?
I think he has. It's hard to tell from perspective, but I think so. This is probably just a rotate. Oh, very nice.
Oh,
she's a beauty. And then Dutch will give it a target lock. Well, that might be the case, Dutch, but in that situation, if Nick hasn't got the shot, then it's his own fault for doing the bump wrong. So Nick can only harm himself by doing the bump that way, so it's not like he's cheating or anything. So there's no advantage to be got from that situation. I'm just trying to see if Dutch has a shot here, or if he can. Oh, if he can target lock. There's no target lock. That is huge. He hasn't been able to acquire one. May as well give one of the U-wings one on the London as well, though. But yeah, it means that U-wing at the bottom now hasn't got a target lock on the defender at range 1. So naturally it'll just roll 4 hits. Entirely deserved. Because that's what happens when you deny mods. You just roll fire. Then Tim tells you got hot dice. Lando could hurt here though. It's going to take 2 shots from Dutch. 3 dice primary and then 4 dice Tolit. I'll just leave it 2. Yeah. There's some damage.
Oh,
and you've definitely taken at least one of them, so take 2 of them. There's the shields guard. So Nick's nearly got half on the lander. 1 more damage, half points on the lander. Picking up even more points.
Yeah.
Can he do it with the iron cannon? Oh, Jory's out. Yes, he can. So Nick's got some more points.
Got 3 hits there.
3 in there, yeah. So best case, damage an iron token. Ooh, do you pout? I don't think you pout. You just take a second iron token. All you're doing is blocking the second iron token. I don't think it's worth it. Adam's thinking about it. I'd rather look after my defender on 1 health. That is the only reason I might win the game. Yeah, it's just left it. Take 2 ions. If it was the difference between 2 and 3, I probably would spend it. But getting 2 ion there is okay.
Yeah, he took quite a while to make that decision. Do you think? I mean, it's actually getting down to time. Decisions like that can make a difference, can't they?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Nick's struggling with some dice again. Lack of mods is crippling. Oh, and Adam's just robbing it in. That's what defenders do. I really hate defenders for that. They can get so frustrating. But now both the Ewings can 0. Oh, he's power on the second hit there against Magfire. She holds true, takes the damage. That's okay. She can take it. Nick's list is holding up alright, to be fair. He's got a big lead now. Adam's only got 15 minutes to change that. He's going to struggle with just 2 shots around. When he has to also play Cage with his defender, try and keep it alive as well. It's a hard one for Adam, this. It's not unwinnable, but it's it asks a lot of them in the last 15 minutes.
James, say what time we come back after lunch?
No, I've not heard. No, I guess in half 2.
Yeah, it'll be 2:30. So at the end of this game, guys, the stream will go off. We'll be back about 2:30.
Yeah,
So
for round 3 and 4.
come back and join us then.
Yeah, myself and John will be here all afternoon with you for
We
another
will.
2 games of X-Wing. It's going to be great. And we'll finally give away a veteran coin to whoever is most deserving. So me, basically. But someone else will also win one in the tournament, which will be good fun. I really like the lineup for the Veterans Tournament at the moment is really, really interesting.
It's quite strong.
I think the
isn't it?
tournament's going to be really, really good.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
looking forward to it. I'm excited. Is it going to be in the store?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be.
I'll be on the commentary then. Very good. Looking forward to it.
Yep.
Given that one of my team has already been given a coin. Tim. Too good at the game for his own good, that boy.
Yeah.
He's already got himself a ticket. So I'm hoping everyone who's invited is able to make it. It'll be good.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Shh, Rex, they don't need to know. Shh. Keep it quiet. It's entirely professional here. I have nothing more to say about it. You've got a score for us,
Mr.
Ian
Wardle.
Wardle.
200.
To you?
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
You sound surprised.
No, I'm just pleased for you.
You right, Rodney?
200 to 104.
This time next year, Rodney,
Mr.
we'll be millionaires.
Is that right, Dale boy?
You plonker. You're right. You right, Dave? Do you want a result?
Yeah, I like a result.
So who's on? Are you all watching? Guess who this is? Hi, Ulfric. I thought you were coming today, and I was freaking out because I didn't have time to pack presents for you and stuff. And then I got here, and I was like, "Well, where's Clive?" And he's not here, so it's fine.
That was my fault.
It was yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
always your fault.
Yeah.
Who's
Um,
Keftan? Is that Kay?
That's
That's
Kay.
Kay.
Kay, how you doing, Kay?
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you know that horribleness Ben is
Yeah,
running.
yeah.
That
Yeah,
net
it's the
listy
same
Ben.
thing that
Yeah.
Kev's running.
I'm not happy. Did you see him storm off this morning? Like, pricking on me. You've got the same ships. It was like, no, I haven't got the same list, dude.
Not
It's
even slightly.
horrible.
It is.
It should be banned, and it can't be beaten except for when I'm flying.
I knew that was
And how
coming.
much did you beat it by, sir?
He killed 164 points of me, but I killed all of him.
Once.
With a bounty hunter spray. He just rinsed it. He like took 3 of them apart by himself. He was like, no, no. Sabine's flying it. That's what it is. The bounty hunter is
Yes.
Sabine in her modded, painted,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
she's sprayed all of her wingmen. That's the idea.
Oh,
It's just Sabine.
that's cool.
Originally, that Sabine ship was painted because we played an epic tournament, right? At Galactic Models in Derby. And I ran, it was called Smoking Aces. And it had every single properly named bounty hunter. So, Bosk. Get out, I'm talking. You can't come in here and have to steal my limelight. It was all the bounty hunters, you know, Bosk,
Yeah,
all of them in their ships.
big names.
And then Sim brought the Ghost with Phoenix Squadron and the Tantive. And the story behind it was that the Smoking Aces were going after Phoenix Squadron because Sabine had broken into Bobber's hangar and graffitied his ship. Right? And that's why the ship even happened. And yeah,
Nice.
it's just, yeah. Yeah, don't pick lists because they're tournament worthy. Pick them because your paint jobs match. Winning tip.
What if you don't paint them?
Yeah, because I had originally it was 3 locks and fen, but fen was blue, and it looked really good because I got all these blue engine glows all over the locks. But I was like, but I've actually got a Sabine fire spray. So at bed time, which was about 3 o'clock in the morning, because Alex Bruce decided to come to stay, and then we had a cheese sandwich at 2:30. And I didn't have a cheese sandwich. He was like, "What's wrong with you?" He was like, "Is there something wrong with being Italian?" And I was like, "What do you mean? Is there something wrong with being Italian?" He went, "I've just had like bread and cheese, and you've made this like gourmet concoction with relishes and vegetables," and it was like that. And I was like, "Yeah, you're right." Yeah, and it did keep me awake for about 2 hours. So he was right. I should have just gone with the bread and cheese.
Yeah.
But yeah, hi. Sorry, I'm ranting. I just can't believe I won that game.
Oh, Kay's got a suggestion for you.
Go on, K. That's like cool.
Yeah.
But K. I had a suggestion for you, Rest. Captain Marvel Shadowcast to go with the rest. Dude, so for those of you, there's a few of you on here right now that are Patreon members. We're going to start doing a streamed painting every month.
More shows.
Are we doing one on Monday?
No, this I've got to drop this Monday. I can do Rasta Ash,
Right.
I can't because I've got operation on Wednesday. I'm
Okay.
going to lose a whole day. But I was going to say the next Monday we'll do the stream.
Okay.
The Monday after we'll record another video for
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
But that stream, so I have literally hadn't had any time to paint or look at anything of myself, for myself. I've got a scum army which is all Transformers, and they're all converted. I just haven't had time to paint them. So yeah, do you know what, Kay? You know your like Captain Marvel idea? I was going to do a Lando Falcon, and I was going to use 4 more Camoglias
Yeah.
to put 4 engines, like you know the lander thing, what they called in Avengers, the hover. Hell, that's it.
Helicarrier.
I love you, you roid raging muscle bound lunatic.
Miles versus Ash.
Yeah.
Miles got 200.
Yes. No, not the Quinjet, dude. Like the actual thing they
Yeah.
land on.
The carry.
And I was going to make it flat bedded so I could put one of my IGs on the back.
Yeah.
And then I was going to sculpt tiny little gonk droids that are walking around.
Oh, wicked.
I'll come to fix
I love
you.
Gone. Yeah.
And by the way, everyone,
34 to
34.
for those of you all creaming your pants about all the new stuff coming, I am going to do my best. It might take me a couple of months to get this sorted, but I'm going to do my best to sculpt the probe droids that come out of the back of Darth Maul's ship from the film and buzz droids. And I'm going to do my best to sculpt them and have them cast in resin so that you guys can actually have little models on the table.
Nice.
Now that I've got, you know,
like
I've
it.
got
Yeah,
my
you got-
caster
you got
friend,
your
I'm like,
caster
I can
friend,
do
yeah.
stuff like that now.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas building them one off, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I can't. I'll do it and they'll just be for me. But the thought of it, like, no, I can flatline and green those up, and they'll be little flying 3. You know, like scarabs used to be with Necrons. So
Yeah.
try and do 3 buzz droids on a base,
Yeah.
and then one of those probe droids. And I know they'll be a bit out of scale, but who did that? I love you, Ulfric. You're using my emoji. I'm using my emoji.
Yeah.
John, I love you.
It's cool, right?
I love it. So John got some artwork like that. That is, for those of you interested, that is the first drawing of Darth Maul's dial cover.
And you've got the Patreon, the subscriber levels.
Oh, have you got? Oh, you know Anakin. You know
Yeah.
Anakin.
Yeah.
He's been completely redrawn.
Oh, you did redraw them.
Yeah,
Well,
the-
we can redo them.
But Obi-Wan is amazing.
Yeah.
I really like the open.
No, wait till you see. Listen, right, the drawings are one thing. Like, and I showed Alex the drawings, and then yesterday I got them out and I started building them because Kev just done me the first cut, and he was like, "Oh my god, they just." I can see the line drawing 3D and fully painted.
Yeah.
And most people don't understand the difference. Even when Kev takes one of my line drawings and the way you break it down, wait till you see the clone pilot helmets. Wait till you see Grievous.
Well, I remember you saying that you didn't want to do faces,
Oh man.
but the art style on Obi-Wan is really, really
Well,
nice.
yeah, the problem with Anakin was Anakin just worked out to have too wide a face when we actually cut him. Because I'm working often within, I want to try and fill the dial.
Yeah.
So Anakin's going to get his face shrunk and be slightly more chiselled, and his hair's going to just chill out a bit. Like wait till you see Ahsoka as well. But I've had to ask for Ahsoka to be shrunk. We're going to have to try and shrink Ahsoka,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'll give her the older Leku. So when she was young, they were more to the side.
Yes.
And as she got older, they dropped more and they became longer at the front.
Yeah.
So I always want to try and have that hand feel on the dial. So you've always got somewhere that's comfortable. Where she was too big around the whole dial cover, and there wasn't a comfortable hand feel.
Yeah.
So a lot of the design work that goes into the dials, I know they take me a while. It's because now that I've gone into this 3D stuff, like Maul's going to have proper horns coming out the front of his head.
That's gonna be
Right?
wicked. Yeah.
And I can mix up the flat and the 3D sculpting because I'm casting now as opposed to the way I was building everything before. So it's opened up the possibilities with my design scope. So things that were really going to be impossible, like Bosks, Sarges, right?
Yeah.
I can start doing that. They're on a different level.
So there might be some of you watching the Twitch stream that have no idea what we're on about. So most of you probably do, but Rasta here, he does a series of dial covers for X-Wing dials, and they're all sculpted with
All sorts.
Star Wars inspired
Yeah,
themes.
Alexa,
Siri, yeah.
play
got it in
Boogie
there.
Wonderland.
And we've taken some of his designs and we've used it for our subscriber levels. So the Porg is now 1 month subscriber. Yeah,
So what?
is the 1 month subscriber.
What? The picture?
Yeah, the Porg.
There was one earlier. I'll see if I can find it for you.
No.
There you go. Little Porg.
Wow.
Little Porg.
PJ's a 1 month subscriber.
Yeah.
3 months gives you Obi-Wan.
So-
Obi-Wan's a 3 month subscriber, and
Yeah.
6 month subscribers Kylo.
It is a Maul, you mean?
No,
that's 6
Kylo.
months.
Kylo, you did my Kylo drawing?
Yeah, yeah,
Wicked.
Yeah.
that's kind
the-
of-
I'm glad you didn't use Ahsoka.
yeah.
So like,
And the
sometimes when I
emoticon,
draw,
Maul is the new emoticon. That
so
we've
when
got.
you draw, it's often very hard to mirror yourself when you're doing organic lines. And I tend to have a hand I favour, and it tends to be the left hand side when I draw.
Yeah.
So on a lot of my drawings, you've seen the bigger drawings where they'll
Yeah.
have like a dotted line and they'll have a note to Kev saying
Yeah.
mirror the left. I don't
Yeah.
like the right. And Ahsoka wasn't a perfect drawing. And like those of you that have ever bought my product or know what I'm all about, I honestly cost myself a lot of money because my prime objective in anything I do is quality. It's why I spent so long designing and working with this guy who's got like a movie background to get the casting quality to where I wanted it. So someone seeing a piece of artwork that I don't consider to be perfect just mortifies me,
Yeah.
because I feel like I continually need to apologise for it, even though most people would look at that bit of artwork and go, it's perfect. To me, I know where it's wrong, so I'd prefer no one to ever see something
yeah,
that
yeah.
I'm not.
You're
Even
not,
though
but-
I'm the only person that's going to beat myself up about it,
Yeah.
that's it. That is just do my head in enough.
Yeah.
So, Dooku's dial as well. Like Dooku's dial took me 3 sets of design, like complete rehashes. Same with Mace Windu, because you're working with faces now. And Mace Windu was incredibly hard because of he's got nothing. He's just a bald black man.
Yeah,
And that's very hard to relay in the art style I'm trying to do in this 3D pulled apart images.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of them have had to go through a back and forward, and they're still going through this back and forward process of Kev change this, shrink that, do this, I'll green it, I'll change that, because I can then work on top of the flat line with 3D.
We maybe point out to the patrons that the Patreon levels are part of, have been done, haven't they? They're pretty much
your Patreon, those of you that are the $10 and the $20 subscribers on the Patreon, the hero models have been made. They are on their way to the caster. He's been instructed, because normally I wouldn't dream of sending him just a single character. I'd send him 8 and he'd make a set of moulds, and it's much more cost efficient. Because I know you guys want them, and I want you to have them as quick as possible. They're going to the casters next week, so as soon as they're back, I'm looking at probably 10 days from him getting them, I will be painting your dials. So there's 10 of you that are getting painted dials, and there's 10 of you that are getting unpainted dials. And then for those of you that are in the lower bracket of the Patreon, I will offer you the option to buy them. right? But those porg dials are only ever going. Well, there's 5 for me because I got 5 A-wings. But other than that, if you're a Patreon, you can have a dial. If you're not a Patreon, no one will ever own those porg dials. I promise. They are just for you. And trust me, everyone that's seen that porg dial wants to buy it. So I'm really.
We'll maybe get a picture up on the Patreon page today.
We'll try and get a painted picture up because John's brought his SLR, and for some reason Patreon seems to have locked me out of my own Patreon, which we're going to sort out because I've got the memory of a sieve.
Do you want to go and chat about time?
Yeah, we're on time. Sorry guys, we got carried away a bit there.
That's what that timer was.
You all hear me?
Yeah.
And Dawson. All the defenders gone. Boom. And it's not gone like Morale or Evo gone. It's like
It's gone.
actually gone.
So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you unable to be joining us on this glorious day, there's been a much agreed. What do you want? Have you travelled 4 hours to be here?
Yes, I have. I've travelled 4 hours just to give you a result.
Go on.
Go on.
What's
I
your
won.
result?
I
Hold
won.
on, Paul against Kylo. Oh, really? Well played, mate. He's got a horrible list.
I know.
Yeah.
But it does go pop, 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 pop like popcorn. 104 to me
140.
and 43 to him.
Well done,
So
sir.
you jumped the gun a bit there, didn't you, John?
I did. Yeah.
He give you 200 straight away.
Yeah, just time had just been called. I
That's
thought
because
I
you're
might
flying
get
Benny,
that.
mate.
My list has not been playing that well today. Or rather, I haven't. Okay.
Right, one love, Pete.
Thanks, boys. I'll try not to slam the door.
Yeah, mic drop. Boom. So there's been a most egregious set of situations. So in Loughborough over the weekend, we have had a rogue gardener, and he's got this big petrol lawnmower, and I think it's a bit too powerful, too many horses. And so this morning, 2 of our guys have been caught up in this. It's been like a massacre in the town. Steve, the Cape Theobald, now strongly resembles Sergeant Chip Hazard from Small Soldiers. And Ryan, #blame Ryan, genuinely looks like... I can't quite make my mind up whether it's Rodney from Only Fools and Horses or Woody from Toy Story, but without the cowboy hat. You just look like Woody because you're always smiling.
Tomorrow's I'm going to come with a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Ashot scored 159.
Yeah.
Int scored 157.
Oh! What?
All right, guys. The results are starting to come in now. Do we know the result of this game?
Well, yeah, 135.74.
Yeah, but didn't he drop that?
Yeah.
Oh, he did. Yeah,
killed it in the
he
end.
did.
Nick, can you?
Can you?
Arfon
Yeah.
scored 87.
Nick,
His
can you
opponent
kill the
scored
defender on the
83.
stream?
83. Jeff Ball scored 83.
Yeah.
Wow, that was close. Some close games coming in.
Does it? That's it.
We can kill it in here.
That's it. Thank you.
171.
Is that all correct now?
There you go.
It hasn't. It still hasn't done it right. That's not right. 74 is not right.
Yeah, 74 is the amount Adam scored from Nick. It's Braylon and half of a you.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Nick's
yeah,
got one
it's
single.
one
Sorry,
Braylon and half of
sorry,
Magva.
sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's all right.
Yeah.
I get confused.
It's all good, boss.
Numberers. Numberers.
Yeah. It's a
So-
really interesting game.
Who's Dutch crossdresser? Is that CO or CD?
See,
Oh, sorry. Bad eyes.
I think
I am
think
sat
he
a
said
long
he was
way. It
from
does look like
Colorado.
CD.
That should be all correct now.
Is that one of our lovely American viewers?
Yeah, Colorado. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
boy.
that's what CO stands for. I'm pretty sure.
It kept changing it back up.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
all right,
all
I
right.
know about
It's
it.
when it hits
time
0
goes to
on the
zero,
timer.
It's
yeah.
You have
James.
to
He
s-
keeps going on those Russian steroid pages, and it just messes it up.
Well done, Nick.
Cheers, man.
Yeah,
It
I
was,
bet.
yeah, it was.
Oh, morning, brother. Are you guys just waking up? I take it in Colorado. Is that right?
There'll
Would
be
that
at
our-
least 5 hours
at
behind,
least 5.
maybe 6.
Oh, behind. Yeah,
Yeah.
behind. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's
least
right, because
5,
we
maybe
invented
6.
time in England, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm
we
not
set
sure.
the standard.
Yeah,
Yeah, we just set the standard.
pretty much everything.
But honestly, Dutch, if any of you, if you guys enjoy our streams and that, if you want to chuck links up in your local groups and let people know we're doing this, we're most
hours.
appreciated. Whoa, 6:30 there. Well, he's up early watching X-Wing. I
Yeah.
need my X-Wing fix in the morning.
dedicated.
Groggy Dog's up at 8:30 in New York, but it's 6:30 in Colorado.
Oh
right now.
man,
Wow.
Groggy Dog, I'd love to come to New York. Right, we went to, you obviously clearly know, I went to Worlds last year, and I've never been anywhere like that, and my real experience was watching Man versus Food. So I just thought everywhere in America had that food everywhere. And we went to Minnesota, and it doesn't.
No.
It's very bad. And I want to come to New York and eat a pizza in a burger on a lobster. Right? No, come on. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want to do that? I want someone to pour a bucket of crabs on a table. Right? Well, I've never had that experience. I want a mac and cheese. I can have a bath in. I had a mac and cheese in Minnesota, and it was this little, and I was like, hold on a minute. Oh, I'll have 7 mac and cheeses then, please. It's like, where's the rest of my mac and cheese?
Yeah.
Minnesota was just terrible.
Town, man,
Yeah, it was really boring, man. And like, don't get me wrong, FFG HQ was cool. Everyone we met was awesome. We had the best time with everyone out there, but there was nothing to see anywhere nearby.
No, as soon as you left the building, there's nothing there.
It's like a big trading estate.
Yeah, a lot of places like that
Big
though.
go.
I mean, I went to Disney World and outside Disney, fantastic, you know, Florida and stuff. But you go outside and it's just like malls and a ribbon of road and shops along the side.
I was hoping for that bit of, I don't know, and I know we could have got there if we drove. I was hoping for that either the full-on city experience, like a New York, or the full-on wilderness, beautiful, big clear water lakes.
America's massive, isn't it? So
Yeah,
it's got everything. It's got it all.
What was that? There's a reason why. Oh, bugger. Hold on.
Let me just put Steve's score in.
Rodney, you plonker.
Sorry,
There's a
now,
reason
boy.
why Minnesota.
Is Kay
isn't
watching?
anyone's visit.
He is indeed.
Kay, thank you so much for your gift, mate. I really, really love it. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Everyone, if you don't recognise that voice, that is Sergeant Chip Hazard. Did you have a good game?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Wicked.
Against Alex.
Yes, sir.
He's wicked. He is.
Yeah.
Oh, he stays with me every month, and when that boy turns up, I have such a lovely weekend with him. He brings me a little CD, burns me a bit of reggae.
Yeah.
He brought Scarlett a little present. He does it every time. And Sim's old room, you know his cave, it's now Alex's.
Oh, nice.
He don't even let Sim sleep in it. He keeps it all clean, makes his bed. I'm going to cross Sim's shack out and write Alex.
Yeah. We've just found out that Fang fighters don't like.
I got a score.
Yeah, no, I'm glad I didn't bring Fen.
Yeah.
Because that shitty
200
fire
zero
spray
to
I had.
Callum.
Oops, sorry,
200 to
that's
Callum.
not great
Wow.
fire spray.
Laszlo lost badly there.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Really good.
Okay, I've got one game left. Jude and Tom 'Robinson.
Who we got?
I'm gonna go get
Oh,
food.
can we get Jude's score? If anyone's out there to poke him.
We were just saying it was a very interesting game because you only used about a quarter of the port.
I know.
But that's how U-wings fly,
Dashboard?
and the way you use that space is
For
very
stream
important.
chat.
That one.
So it's very different
Yeah.
from the first game we watched, where Steve and Callum were literally doing laps of the whole board, and it was using the whole thing stretched out.
Oh, do you
That
know
was
what?
Red from Five.
Do you know what,
With
Dutch?
the-
Really good though.
Like, we've been really blessed. Last year,
When he's
obviously, I got all my tickets and hotels paid for winning Euros. And this year, we've got one flight and both our hotel rooms paid for because Sim won Worlds.
Jude 118
Yep.
to 122.
So I've only got a stump up for one flight, and I'm going to book in the next 4 or 5 weeks. So it ain't going to be too big an expense. But yeah, if I had a bit more time, I'd generally think about staying a little bit longer, but then moving.
Yeah,
know,
I think
catching a
that's the way to
connecting flight.
experience America is to travel around.
Yeah,
You know,
because we got a car, but there was just. It was like if you want to get to anywhere in a car from me, you got 4 or 5 hours
Yeah,
minimum.
yeah,
It was too far to do a day trip
Yeah.
out. You know, it was like, well, we're going to drive for 9 hours. It's
Yeah.
mad. You're going to
Yeah.
be dead.
Well, I mean, we stayed in Florida, and you know, Cape Canaveral's there and stuff, but it's like almost like a 4-hour drive.
So, Astro Boy, they are quite broken, but I just smashed them to bits with 4 generics, with no turrets, no veteran turret gunner, no, yeah.
Table 1, round 3.
Do you want it on stream?
Yeah.
Yeah,
kinda do, yeah.
Oh, it's
I really do.
Arfon. So like last Tuesday, I don't know if you guys watched, but I played like my face. I mixed up 2 dials. When I got home, watched it all back, I realised that I'd put my Falcons hard free next to Femral. Just you know when you're like.
So you did put the dials the wrong way around.
Yeah, because Falcon was always meant to be hard 3, but you know, when you flip it, just then do what.
Because
My brain's gone,
what you suspected.
why have
what you
I
did,
put
like,
hard 3 on Fen when I knew I was coordinating the boost forward and the focus? It's just, I don't do things like that. And then I realised I've just got confused and gone like that. So I played a bit like my face on Tuesday and I lost. And I don't like losing. No one likes losing, especially on a stream. But Arfon, honestly, could do what he likes to me on that table. If you've never come to Weekend Warlords and you haven't met the legendary Arfon James, you are missing out on one of the joys
really
of life.
He's neither the grumpiest happy man in the world or the happiest grumpy man. I don't know which way round it is, but
it depends. Now he's winning. He's the happiest grumpy man.
Oh, he's amazing. Have we got lunch?
Yes.
Yes,
Because I've heard there's Star Wars Lego in CEX on sale.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I'm going to go and have a little look. Not that I've got a problem with Star Wars Lego at the moment. Not that I had to make Jude wait for 1 minute 20 seconds before I flipped my dials because I needed to snipe a Lego box, which I did. That's right.
Right, guys, we're going to cut the stream and we're going to come back at 2:30.
Love you.
So join us then, yeah?
Peace.